Here we go.
Hello, and good evening. Welcome to The Life of Die, a collection of nerds who just love to gather on a Wednesday night and play some motherfucking D&D. We're here playing The Curse of Strahd, a gothic horror story filled with more horror and trauma than the time I undertook the Scotch Bonnet Challenge and began to sweat like a whore in church. We're here tonight with our cast of characters who dare to fight the vampire overlord. We have here Fliss as Dharmi, Layla as Reaper, Mike B as Blanche, Mike H as Light, Lee as Erebus, and Lewis as Bolgi. Say hello, guys.
Hi.
Hi,
guys.
Meow.
It's never gonna not be funny.
I don't know. Yeah. What isn't? I mean, the time I messed up my bloody script last week.
Oh, I just meant when you say hello, guys, and like 90% of the group go hello, guys, because we're all hilarious.
All unique and hilarious.
Anyway.
And imaginative.
Right. Well, we're definitely here, full cast, all up to health from what I see. Probably just boiling our brains out of
Mike,
this
we can hear you
very
breathing.
sunny, hot.
Sorry, that's me concentrating.
Just making sure, concentrating on his eyes growing back. Right, Darth Vader has been eliminated, so
Didn't know it was in this
Jesus.
campaign.
Don't tempt me. I can do it. I can make
I know you
shit
can.
happen.
I was reading the notes that you sent me last time, and I thought this looks a bit familiar.
I wonder who
Maybe.
Emperor Palpatine will be.
You.
Unlimited.
Order
power.
66.
You definitely like the wrinkly-looking fellows, don't you?
Wow.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you, though, Matt? When you sent me the notes about the head that talks, all I could think of was Art Attack.
So did the other guys.
Don't
Yeah,
see?
same.
So I knew where that was coming from.
And he was a very eccentric character.
I bet he was.
I think-
Did he do his laugh of...
Kind of. All I know is that over half the party actually wants to bash his head in by the end of it.
Two of us ran
Wow.
away.
Buster the
Seems-
Bust
He
is
seems
a
like a
very nice
sound guy.
gentleman who has had no human interaction for hundreds of years, so he just loves the opportunity to speak to people.
He's a lad. He's a right lad.
And he's only recently been named by Esmeralda of Buster.
I'm starting to like her. Don't ruin it.
I mean, well, here he is. So.
Oh, well, I better get over roll 20.
Not going to do very well if you're not.
Yeah. I was thinking that I had something. I'll get to
I was there thinking, this looks a bit light on roll 20. Hey, light.
Hey,
It never ends.
I found it funny.
Are you saying that because I'm the DM?
Always.
Just basically so she'd go, hey DM, you know how I backed you up? Can I do this?
I'm not even
Like you
joking.
as a person at all.
Yeah. No. But honestly, that is actually how she messages me at times, just going, hey DM. And I just feel like some dad with a teenage daughter and she does that Australian diphthong thing when she wants something, going, Dad.
The thing is, though, she
Money.
did it in the main chat with the cat with the gun. I'm sorry, she's like, hey DM.
Hey DM. I do it when I don't want anything anymore. Just like whenever I speak to him now.
Yeah.
That way he will never know.
Great, just lead me into a false sense of security. Right,
Yep.
I think if we're all good to go, let's play some motherfucking D&D.
So about these lycanthropes.
Okay, so the last we left off, the party had reunited with Victor, only to learn that his teleportation spell went drastically wrong, and instead of traveling through space, he traveled through time. Victor then spent the next 50 years of his life thwarting and fighting Strahd at every opportune moment, waiting for the day when he knew he would see the party again. Bolgi also gained power in the Gulthiah staff and the Blood Sphere, turning it into a staff of the woodlands, granting him a new bunch of spells. And after a rest in Victor's magnificent mansion, where rogues romancing blossomed and tigers learnt to talk, the party journeyed to the old tower by the lake to the north, reunited with old friends in forms of vampires, zombies, and Vistani. And you learnt a little bit more of the previous tower's owner, of an old magic user named Exanathar. Being told this through the animated talking head Buster. But then as the sun went down, the distant howl of werewolves echoed through the forest and the valleys. And that's where we left off. So let's bring you back to the map. So most of you were at the top of the tower. Meanwhile, Reaper, Tiago, and Escher hiding underneath the caravan, waiting for the sun to go down so he didn't go into the sunlight rays. Kind of takes a stretch out, going, "Oh, bloody long last." Whew. Right, Reaper. So you've got that
Doing
bloody
well?
tiger.
I would beg you now to butch your tongue, Escher, mainly for the fact that he can speak.
Completely
Right.
forgotten.
I think I had a bit of a stroke there. You said the tiger can talk. Can you speak,
Yes.
little tiger? And Tiago, who only speaks Elvish, as it was clarified, you hear of, "I'm not going to bother with this pale-faced bastard." Of course, Escher, who can't understand Elvish, just hear it. So he's like, or
And I start
no,
giggling because
no.
my swearing is now rubbed off on my tiger.
And my
Now-
hatred of the undead.
It's definitely speaking, but I also swear that tiger just winks at you.
Yes, he probably did. He has a mind of his own.
Aye, right. And from
Did you
the
find
valley
out
towards
anything,
the north.
Escher?
Little bits and bobs here and there.
Anything
From
of
what I
significance?
understand, Strahd has been circling the outside of Valaki. He was having some kind of a bargain with some druids to the south. They were trying to reawaken some kind of a tree. I've been
Yeah,
waiting
that's
for
been dealt with. That's been dealt with. That's old news.
Oh, that's good. Because he was going to try and knock those bloody walls down. And once they were down, he was going to storm right in and try and get this red-headed beauty that he seems to be pondering about. Or
What do you mean
pining,
he's
I
knocking the
think
wall?
is the
No,
correct
no,
word.
no. Go, Escher. Back. Knock down
I'm
the
back.
walls of
I'm
where?
back. Valaki.
He knows where Irina is.
I won't be surprised. Seems to be the redhead that he seems to be pining after, like I said. Wants to make her a
When
bride. Thinks he's
When was the last information of where he was in Valaki?
I think it was 2 or 3 nights ago. Although he doesn't call her Irina, from what you've been telling me. He keeps calling her Tatiana.
Yeah, that was her old soul name. Shit.
Oh, right.
Have
So
we
she's
heard
the
the
next
wolf howl?
incarnation. At this point, I'm just continuing on from what they would have probably have been doing downstairs. So I'm just making the timelines come back to life more than Victor.
Right. So what you're saying is he was planning on this the statue that we destroyed on breaking into Valaki. Now that he's not got that, any further information, or is that as far as you've got?
As far as I got, I know he's been sending out some of the brides trying to find you lot as well.
Whose caravan does this belong to?
I think it's that lady with the metal leg that I've been seeing around.
Esmeralda's.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
It's just at that moment you actually hear someone coming through their the bushes. And Escher just goes, "Oh, speak of the devil," and Esmeralda just appear. Ah.
Long
No-
time no see, Esmeralda.
I met you at Perez, didn't I? I recognize the tiger, but I don't remember you being so shiny.
Went for a mini change.
I don't remember a dragon skull. Not unless it was you who took my silver sword and just decorated yourself with the melted particles, but...
In all fairness, do I look like I melted enough silver to coat myself in it with scales?
Well, I'm hoping that is not quite why you would do such a thing, because that would be stupid, and you do not pass me
I
as
made a
stupid.
pact with a dragon, Esmeralda.
Well, I hope it was the smarter decision.
Oh, it was
But
better
it's
than
nice
letting
to-
everyone die.
But then she kind of gives you a kind of little playful flick of under your chin and goes, "But it's nice to see you haven't lost too much of your beauty underneath all those scales," and gives you a playful wink.
Aha!
And you just
Noted.
kind of see, and then you kind of just see Escher just leaning up against the caravan, just giving you this sort of coy,
Not
little
a
look.
word, Escher. Not a word. Otherwise, I'll find a way to bring sunlight out to you.
No. And she turns around and goes, "Oi, vampire, you're only getting a bit of a chance because this lord seemed to like you for some strange reason. Off the caravan." Oh, fuck
You say
me.
like
All right.
we've already made an opinion. We have him because he has information. Don't confuse the two.
Information that's keeping me alive, which is exactly how I like it.
That's a very funny word, alive.
All right. You got me there. Kind of somehow still think I'm alive somewhere deep down in all of this, all right? The rest of your party, are they inside at the moment? Very impressed
Apparently.
they
I
didn't
think
get
they're doing
zapped
a
by
sweep.
lightning by the door. Very good.
Because if they've
Well,
got
they get
Dharmi,
them.
they're not going to get zapped by a door.
Well, the door is rigged with a little trap, but knowing your two rogues, they would have been easily able to bypass the security system on there.
One of them, yeah. I know what the other one
Um,
can't unlock, but you know.
Well, if they're inside, they get to meet a lovely Buster, named him myself. But he
Buster?
does love to chat. He's a marble head in a statue. He loves poetry. Quite the charmer.
I'm sorry, you say that like that's a normal thing, a head bust speaking.
Now, you see, I didn't think it was very normal myself, but once you've gotten used to his eccentricity and his reiteration of poetry, he's quite the gentleman.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, in fact, and she sort of reaches in her bag and pulls out a book and goes, "Oh, I did get this for him in Valaki, another book of poetry. He's always happy to learn some new ones." But yes,
Shall we go and meet up with them?
let's have the go. But just be careful this bully elevator that goes to the top. It can get a little rickety. And at that moment,
wonderful.
you hear on the distance, and
Wonderful.
Esmeralda, under her tan skin, just even her looks incredibly pale. Like the color drains so quickly in her. She almost looks like as pale as Escher.
I think we definitely need to get them lot. If they're heading this way, we're not going to stand a chance with just us three.
Granted, I say we go inside, and
How big is the gateway?
see
Because
what.
Tiago obviously can't squeeze through.
Yeah, it would be a very tight squeeze for Tiago, bless him.
I'm going to speak to Tiago and ask him to see if he can hide somewhere.
You might be able to fit through the window, the scaffolding.
I'd rather he kept out of this. If he gets injured or anything, there's nothing we can do. He'll be completely defenseless.
Under the caravan.
He's too big for under the caravan.
In the
He's got a
Hey,
little
caravan.
cats are
kitty
I shall,
liquid.
cat.
Cats
Let's
are
put it
It's
this way.
liquid.
blue.
I shall take my leave here, mistress, and hide as you will. But my scent will be with you. If you go too far, I will follow.
Gonna ruffle the top of his
And then
head and
just
go,
sort of,
I know.
and then licks your hand and then takes a run away. Right. Let us get inside. And she makes a move to the door and opens it for you and lets you in first. And go, ladies first.
I don't think you've understood that question very well. Not a lady. Op it.
Anything for a little peek at my bottom, yeah? And she turns and gives it a little wiggle as she goes in. But then
I'm
as
starting to
Escher
know where
follows
we're
you,
to.
as he goes in, he actually oh, come on.
Oh, what's the
What
matter?
seems
Do
to
you
be
need
the
an
problem?
invite?
You know the rules of the vampires. We need to be invited to come in. Look, I'm like
Oh,
a
how do we
pissy
do
mime
this?
here.
Hold on. How do we do this? You're not permitted. You're not welcome. What? How do we do this?
Oh, Esmeralda's just sort of there, just crossing her arms, and she's just got this big smirk on her, going, "Oh, it's always the feisty ones." Okay.
Keep it in your
I
pants,
mean,
Esmeralda.
do you,
Bring the tablet down and sit down on the sofa.
Escher, you are welcome to come inside. Thank you. And just has to step in. See, was that all too bad?
Oh, I was absolutely gasping for air trying.
Bollocks. Should have ran. Should have ran. All right. Let's see what we can do. I mean, do you want me to barricade this door or something? Or
If
yes,
they're
that'd be a good
werewolves.
idea. Try and use some of the boxes around here. We're going into the upper reaches of the tower. I trust you can reach us there. And she steps on this wooden platform on the ground, and you can see 4 clay golems standing at each of the sides, just motionless, holding ropes. And she just hops on and just holds on to one of the ropes, says, "Come on, Reaper, you haven't got all day."
Yeah, I'm wondering how sturdy that actually is.
I'm sure if you hold my hand in the process, then you'll be
Esmeralda,
absolutely fine. Yes.
keep it in your pants, hon.
I'm a very repressed woman here in Barovia. It's been a while.
I thought Strahd was sex obsessed.
I'll keep it in my pants, but I promise you, holding my hand would make the ride a lot easier.
So would my rope trick.
You have a rope trick now. I'm intrigued yet suspicious, but I like it. But as you come onto it, the golems begin to automatically begin in unison pulling up the rope. In fact, you both would need to take
I knew it was gonna...
do athletic checks. Don't know why I say checks, because I'm speaking like Esmeralda isn't.
18.
I rolled an 18 as well.
It wasn't natural, it was 14 plus 4, so...
Mine was a natural 18 plus stuff. It kind of has a little bit of a rickety moment, but holding onto the rope and Esmeralda, it seems fine. And as you get to the second one, you see that marble bust in the corner. And you go, hello, Lady Esmeralda. And you go, "Hey, Buster. I've got you a wee book," and she just throws it at the ground. The elevator doesn't stop, and it just tosses and just falls open in front of him, and he's like, "Aha! Excellent poetry, my dear. I shall see you later." And you
did that
just
on
watch it as you
purpose.
just went, I know. But eventually it crosses past the third path, the third floor, and then to the fourth floor, where you see the rest of your party in some kind of rounded bedroom, and along the walls, or even going through the middle of the room, there's like loads of string, all connected with pictures of various people and names, almost like a character map of this character links to this character, and this one links to this character. But you see, smack bang in the middle of this web of string is the picture of Strahd, and you easily see pretty much right next to him the picture of Rahedin. It's the
I'm
closest.
just
It's
glaring at it.
Hello, everyone. I don't suppose you heard Howl of Werewolves by any chance?
Yeah.
We did.
I'll be
Don't
looking out
kill
the
them.
window with my spyglass.
What do you mean, don't kill them?
Yes, I would like to know why we're not killing them here, Lady Darmy.
And I'll reach into my pack and I will pull out the beast card. Because they're my reason.
Esmeralda comes up and takes the card from you and looks at it. And
She
you...
can look.
Okay. And what makes you believe that this card is linked with the werewolves?
Gypsy in a purple headscarf told me that it was about werewolves and not to judge people on the way they look, which, by the way, great advice.
Dami, what does it say on the back again?
On the back it says, come and meet us at the
Out!
Lizard's Gizzards Inn.
Carry on!
I swear there was text to that.
No, there's...
Not to ours, only to the ones that she did the reading of. Ours, in fact, none of you were there when she told me what mine meant.
I can quickly pull it up somewhere. So
But she
yours
basically told
read-
me that one of them would be the werewolves were not to be judged or to not think of the beast as a monster.
Yeah, so yours said...
Well, like the were-ravens.
The werewolves hold a secret hatred for your enemy. Use yours and their hatred to your advantage.
Yeah, so I'm supposed to use their hatred to our advantage because I'm all
So
about
basically,
hate.
you're meant to persuade them to help in this fight, like I kind of did with the dragon.
Yeah, I think so. It's my calling here.
Well, we
So,
better figure out something.
don't kill
'cause that was
him.
pretty close. I'm just saying, the Powling was pretty close, and unless we do something, they're going to be looking for a fight.
You don't know that. They could just be looking for us. Just because something sounds nasty doesn't mean it is.
Now
I'm not
listen here
saying
to me,
because it sounds
Darmy.
nasty, Darmy. I'm saying the way they're howling is a little bit...
Never trust a
Communication?
werewolf. They will rip you from shred to shred. They will eat your insides, and even if you find some magnificent way to
And never
survive...
trust a vampire, and yet we've got Escher downstairs. He could have run at any point without us being near him. You know
I was
that.
told never to trust the Vistani, actually, because they all sell you out to Strahd, for that matter.
I think this journey's teaching us all that we can only judge by so far.
I gotta go see him, and I'll get on the lift.
I'll go with.
I'm gonna go with her.
And you think
My
you're
tea.
leaving me, Master Darmy? You got another thing coming. And that's Victor, and he comes onto it.
I could have
Steady
sworn.
him and
I
hold
Could
him
have
in
sworn
place.
this lift could have only held 2 people at a time, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a good point.
It did hold
I would
3 of
say-
us before if one of them was light.
In all
True.
fairness, I
Esmeralda
can use
would
break
come
trick
up.
if I have to.
No, that would have been
Esmeralda
me,
just-
Reaper, and Light were the first ones to step on. Unless
Yeah.
Esmeralda's beating one of them, which no.
Oh, I'm kicking her out the lift.
Esmeralda-
She's creeping me the fuck out, man. There is a lot of sexual tension with her, and it's creeping me out.
Esmeralda does shout out and goes, "I was not in this to help you with werewolves. If you do this, you're on your own. I do not
We've been
trust
on our own
myself
for most
around
of
our
it.
lycanthropes."
As we descend, I'm just going to lean back and shout up, "Thanks for the swords!"
I'll just.
I start laughing uncontrollably.
and you just hear "son of a," and by that time you're too far away to hear the end of that one.
Darmy, I know you're not into emotional feelings, but I love you very much right now.
I
Yeah,
also
you're
forgot to
right.
mention along the third floor there is kind of a like an observatory, a makeshift telescope and everything, where Bolgi has been examining map charts, star charts, should I
As
say?
a raven. Bolgi is still
Yes,
a
as a
raven.
raven. I forgot about that. Oh,
Fuzzball, we're
no,
gonna go and talk to werewolf.
I can't remember. Blanche, are you still a bat or?
This is why I should make notes.
I think
I
you
think
turned
you
back when we got to the
turned
top
back.
floor.
Yeah,
Because you wanted to loot.
Yes, I turned back to have a look through a box and got nothing.
yeah, just clothes.
Can I just ask? Bolgi, as a crow, is looking at star charts and stuff.
Yep.
When I'm a bat, you told me I have to use
Darmy?
the bat stats.
Darmy,
Is
I
that
can actually
same for
use
everyone?
Beast Bond, so I can actually speak to your...
Yeah, that's right. However,
In-
he kind of has a bit of a different rule for being a druid when he turns into an animal.
Got you. Okay. That's all right. Just wondering.
He keeps his same mental state, but his physical abilities change.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So,
Got you.
who am I missing? Where's Darmy gone? Oh, there she is.
I'm here. I was slow.
Yeah.
But
so-
we would have met Escher down at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, so you just see Escher there just piling up crates all up against this door and go,
Oi,
trust
Blondie.
me, nothing's getting through that
Stop.
door.
Yeah, I am. Move it.
You taking the piss?
And I'll shoot some fire at the
Esmeralda
boxes.
told him
Move
to.
it, or I'll burn it.
Do an intimidation check.
Ooh,
With
let me get to the
advantage.
right page. 1 minute, I'm just getting to the right page in case there's any
With
dice in the
advantage.
jail.
Yeah.
It's an advantage. It's fine. Oh, that's much better. That's only one for the die.
What was that?
It is
I'm about to say it cut out there.
Yeah, I didn't hear any of that.
okay. One of them goes into dice jail,
That's
Oh,
possible.
okay.
but one of them was a 17, so 23.
Okay. So as you shoot this fire across it and go, Jesus, I'm not bloody inflammable or whatever it's called.
Oh, get
I'll
on
move
with
the
it,
boxes
Escher.
then. And he starts moving the boxes away.
I'm
But
going to
where
help because I actually want this to go quickly.
Okay. Meanwhile, Erebus and Blanche, you're still on the top floor with Esmeralda.
I'm going to look
waiting
out
for
the
this
window.
elevator to come out.
I'm going to look out
Okay.
the window with my spyglass.
Yeah.
Show off.
And I'm going to see if I can spot anything approaching.
Make a perception check for me. Would have been disadvantage because it is a little bit misty outside, but with your spyglass, that gives you the advantage, so straight roll.
Perception, and that is a decent. That's a non-natural 20.
Okay. So as you look a little bit more over the trees towards the mountains, where it seems to be a little bit snowy, you can make out the peak of torchlight burning in the darkness. And you kind of get a feel of just trailing it down the forest that surrounds it between where this light is and the tower. And you can see rapid movement of something in the tree, just below the trees, heading very quickly towards the tower.
Can I reckon if it's like one thing coming, or can I just?
It's multiple.
I kind of close the spyglass so it goes there. We have multiple creatures on their way. I reckon they'll be getting here any minute now.
Shit.
There are lights along the tree line, so it feels that they've brought the whole pack, not just the ones that have become more wolven at the moment, which is unusual because normally they would send out just a hunting pack, not everyone.
How
Well,
many?
You have an estimation there's about 8
What, on the way or kind of
on their way, yeah.
on the way? I estimate maybe 7 or 8 approaching.
Don't you understand? The werewolf den is filled with many wolves. This is the hunting pack. That stupid Dalmi. I had so much respect for her when she came in, and now she's gone off and... If she comes back a werewolf, I cannot be held responsible for my actions. I
If she
hate
comes back a
werewolves with
werewolf,
a passion.
Look,
if she comes back a werewolf, we'll just have to deal with that as well.
at the moment, we need to protect ourselves.
You see, werewolves are just not only the rumors of them changing at the full moon. There is some kind of truth to that, but they can change whenever they want. Whenever the mood takes them, they will become of a wolf. Have you not heard of them stealing children outside of Barovia? They can leave the mist whenever they want to gather infants for their food. They love the taste of young flesh. And now they're going to try it in many different forms, as barbecued flavor or halfling flavor. Perhaps they wouldn't mind a bit of dwarf or snake if they were so.
God, if I start this, she'd be getting such a slap.
I've just realised you were referring to Dami as barbecue flavour.
Yeah.
Sweet and smoky.
We'll give you food poisoning.
They'll use her as the fire pit and roast everyone else over them.
Oh my god.
Would you be able to convince her to not be so stupid to end up in a wolf den?
We can try. Unfortunately, the worst combination is currently making their way out. Once they've made up their minds, right? Blanche, we're gonna need to at least head down, see if we can still find Bolgi.
Oh, I've gone. Where have I
Oh,
gone?
Well,
sorry.
we don't know
I
that.
moved you down to the bottom floor.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you come with us? Oh no. Okay.
I thought he came with you as a raven. That's all. I made a mistake then.
I think he
no,
just
it's-
shouted at us.
Did we know he was a raven?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did.
I was,
don't know.
I was Raven when you were a bat.
Right, yeah.
He ravened up straight
I'd-
away.
So the
When I
people who
saw-
went up first wouldn't have done.
At that point, the elevator would have reached the top floor at last. Well,
Right.
do what you must, Erebus and Blanche.
Yes. Hole up here. We'll be back.
Good stuff. So
And
at the
I'll-
bottom,
I'll lead Blanche
go ahead.
onto the elevator.
okay,
Thank you.
it's not as rickety going down than it is going up.
As I see them pass, I'd probably fly out of the opening on the 3rd floor and just
Well,
spiral
as-
around the tower to get
I
to
mean,
the...
as we're going down, and I see you as a raven, I go, try and stop Dami and Reaper. There's a pack of werewolves approaching, and they don't look too nice.
Oh!
We just had a talk about judging books by their cover, Erebus.
Well,
This is
I've seen them.
experience
He's not
dealing
there
with.
yet. Meanwhile, back down on the bottom floor, the boxes have all been moved away, and the door is open. And Asher just goes, "Right, I swear to God, if you tell me to put those fucking boxes back again, someone's getting a slap, and I don't give a fuck if I'm gonna get
Bring
it
it
back."
on.
Is that
And I'll slap him on the back.
is that them or us?
Us, I think.
Sorry. Yeah, it's to
it's
them.
us, not. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say, all right, barricade it and slap him on the back as I walk out.
Oh boy.
And I'll
Wait
head
up.
to the direction I heard the noise from. I think they were coming from over there.
Yeah, they are coming from the sort of northwest.
I'm gonna turn to Dharma and go, how do you want to play this?
Just look non-threatening. And as she says that, she's going to draw herself up to her full height, cross her arms over her chest, and like scowl towards where they're coming from.
If we need
Okay.
to understand them, I need to be within touching range.
Yeah, well, let's see how they approach us first. I don't know that they're friendly,
Oh, I know.
so I'm
just
not going to advise you
warning
to go up and stick your hand on one.
No, I'm just saying the only way I can communicate with them if they don't understand us is by touch.
If they're
That's
werewolves,
fine.
I'm
We'll
pretty
try
sure
a
they can
parlay.
turn back and talk.
We'll
That
try
depends
and
if
get
they're
them to
fully
parlay.
werewolf.
See what happens. We'll just have to play it by ear.
Let's just be ready.
And I'll just wait to see when the wolves arrive.
Okay.
And
I would have said
just
about
in
this time that
case,
Blanche. Oh, yep.
I was going to say, just in case, I will cast Shield of Faith on Dami as well. Because if you're going to talk to them, you're going to be up front. So an extra 2 AC for 10 minutes.
Cool. Thank you.
That reminds me. Victor would probably be looking through his spell book. You would have thought I
Be
would have gotten used to
careful.
this by now. Don't worry, I'm not going to teleport away, not like last time. I'll be okay.
That's what you said last time.
Okay. Don't you
It's been
get
50
cocky.
years in his time, now calm it.
I'm just messing with him.
Not the time.
It's always
I'm
the
old
time.
and grumpy now, so a sense of humor doesn't affect me as it did as a teenager. I can say to you, grow up, so...
I'm still older than
You
you.
think that's
Think
as good as
about
you get.
50 years.
Yeah, but I look pretty.
I can't refute that.
Okay. As you gather there, at this point as well, Blanche and Erebus, you would reach the ground floor as well. And kind of see your friends moving around to the west side of the building.
Quickly say I've already drawn the rapier, so it's floating behind me at this point. Just prepped.
Okay. Here we go. Right, where is it? Where did I put it?
I have no weapons out. I'm just. She's trying to not look intimidating, but she doesn't quite understand. She's never in her life had to do that,
Okay.
so she's making a mess of it.
Just quickly nudge you. Might want to relax a bit if you don't want to look intimidating.
She'll
Okay.
uncross her arms and slouch.
It goes the other way.
I take it disguise self, she can't transform into a creature of any kind.
I think it has to be
No.
humanoid.
See what it says.
And steadily as you're waiting, all grouped together, make perception checks from all of you.
What was that again? Sorry?
Perception checks.
22.
Good, because I rolled 6. It's another one.
20.
Wow.
Non-natural.
Okay.
15.
Why I have these guys with
Wow,
me.
a disadvantage, Mike.
Oh, no, hold on.
Yeah, you're blind, can't see.
15.
I'm assuming,
Let's just
would I
rub
be
it in
there
every
yet as
time.
well?
It's what, sorry?
Would I have made it back down as well by now then?
Yeah, I would say. If you want to stay in Raven form, that's absolutely fine.
I think when I get down, I'll change back because, as far as I'm aware, we're wanting to stop Danny. So
Okay. So,
Stop.
Light.
I'm not going anywhere.
Sorry, 15.
Mission accomplished,
Oh, okay.
Bolgy. Well done.
Yeah, I rolled even
Wow.
better with the disadvantage.
Madam, what are you doing?
Oh,
Hmm?
I want to be Tiago.
She does. She's like, I will be your pet. Like, you are my pet.
So, Bolgi kind of perches onto the ground as a raven and then boom, shoots back up into Furbolg, running up to Dami, saying, "Stop."
I'm not going anywhere.
Ah, great news. Everybody will be
Thanks,
pleased.
Oswald.
Yeah,
But as
I'm
this
satisfied.
is happening, okay, Reaper and Light, as you also, in fact, even though Blanche you can't see, you can hear. You've started to learn how to train your ears a little better to the sounds around you. Starting to become a bit of a daredevil kind of character at the moment, just using your other senses to do the talking for you, and you can sort of hear somewhere in the distance the sound of footsteps getting steadily closer. And Reaper and Light, as you look forward, you can start to see these shadows creeping around, the glimpse of yellow eyes glinting in the darkness, and even Blanche can hear the heavy breathing of
How many sets of eyes do we see?
in total 8 pairs.
8 wolves. Just be ready.
They seem hostile.
Hey,
But then you begin to see
wolves.
them splitting up as a pack of
Pincer
wolves.
We're
attack.
not
Pincer attack.
here to fight.
Down you go, Mrs. Andy, my dice.
We want to talk about the master
Make
of this land.
Make a make a persuasion check.
No. So nearly 19, but it's actually 4.
Is that one going into prison as well, dear?
Mm-hmm.
It is going into. I don't even know why I asked. I saw the face first. That's 3. Oh dear God.
As that happens, you watch as half the pack break away and almost disappear into the darkness.
We don't want to kill you, but like we don't want to be eaten either. So stop.
I needed
Channeling your inner Bolgi.
I'm gonna get the hair going and I'm gonna light up my hands. If you fight us, you will burn. We didn't come here for that.
Now make an intimidation.
She's gonna need a new dice jar at the end of this. I can see it happening.
Shut the hell up. Positive thoughts. Intimidation. That's 17.
Okay. As you flare up, it kind of begins to light the area around you. And you start to see as 4 pairs of eyes start moving a little
I can't
towards
right
you.
now. No, I can't.
But then 2 of the eyes dim down. And you can hear this odd, like... And then in the light, 2 almost human people come out of the darkness and into the light. One of them is a male with pepperbox hair, a young complexion, just kind of dressed all in furs with a very pale looking face. The other one is of a woman with kind of very dark brown hair, well, kind of more like chestnut, wearing black furs, but there's Unlike the man, there's parts of her face and chest that are revealed that still have patches of fur across them. Don't be a dick to me now, roll 20. So you're about to get to... Okay, roll 20's just being a little bit slow to me.
I've got one up. I haven't got. Oh,
Oh,
now
I've
two.
got the other one up. Yeah.
And what? And the lady walks forward, and then behind them, you do make out the bodies of two werewolves just hovering around them, kind of more like bodyguards, if anything.
I'm going to be
And
having a look behind us as they walk up to us.
as that happens, you see the other half of the pack begin to emerge around the corner.
And on the
And
hilt of my rapier.
Ah, shit!
no.
What about them?
Ah!
Earthquake!
I've accidentally put.
Earthquake!
I accidentally put the werewolves on the map token. And the lady comes forward and says, "What manner of speaking are you that you can just produce fire from your hair like that? That's quite intriguing little trick you've got there."
Thank you. I was born with it.
Wow.
Much like your
You hear that?
wonderful little trick.
You hear that, Halleck? She's quite a fiery one, this one. Pun intended, sister. Always one with the bad jokes. Alright. So, if you're not here to kill us or fight us, what is... You're mentioning about some kind of... Exactly what? I'm a little confused.
I think you have a problem that we are trying to deal with. And we can probably help each other out.
Okay. In what manner of speaking? Because we may have a lot of problems here and there, like the villagers of Krezk always wanting to put our heads on spikes. Even Vallaki hunt us down for sport because of a stupid little festival. Or are you talking about his kind? And he points at Esha. Oh shit, yeah, I
well.
totally forgot about this.
You can eat him later. We need
What?
him for now. We see. I knew that festival was a fucking awful idea. I don't think that just because people see you as a monster, that means you have to be a monster. I'm living proof of that. This chick here turned herself into a monster because she's a good person. So, first of all, we don't give a shit if you're monstrous. We're kind of putting together a monstrous regiment. What we do give a shit about is whether or not you want Strahd gone.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
No. Okay. Someone else should really do the talking.
This is
It's your call.
This is your thing.
This is you. The ones that normally overtalk you to save your ass are the ones sitting there going, shut up. It's killing us.
8. The brother and the sister look at each other. So what do you think, Yannicka? I think we probably should take them back to the den. I think Kirill would want to have a nice little chat with these people. Wouldn't you say? I very think he would enjoy that very much, brother. If they're willing to cooperate and come along, the alpha male would be delighted to see about some kind of alliance.
Can I see
I,
if they're being deceitful, please?
Hmm.
Do an insight check.
Can I do it too?
There's something a little bit devious
Yeah.
See, I'm.
Natural 20.
There you go.
Never mind.
I got
Okay.
21.
I'm not too thrilled about walking into the middle of a werewolf den, if I'm honest, when you guys are already surrounding us like we're food.
I was gonna say, how does the insight look?
There is a little bit of a devilishness around them. But that's only because maybe of their werewolf nature. However, they do seem like they want to cooperate.
I'm gonna step forward to be beside Dami when I say this. We have no issue with cooperating as long as you don't circle us like we're fresh meat.
Not at all. I mean,
By all
what
means, lead the
attracted to
way.
us? What attracted to us in the first place is our very keen sense of smell, and when we can smell various different beings of man, that really does work up quite the curiosity. It's not every day that you get an elf and a dwarf together, let alone a firewoman, a halfling, an old man, a rotting man, a vampire, a very tall sheep-looking man.
Or a ragtag
That's Fuzzball,
bunch.
he's lovely. He's not prey.
And I have no idea what you are, mister, but you do not smell normal. Just looking at Erebus.
Well,
almost reptilian in a way, but
Oh, really? I hadn't have guessed.
must have been my bath schedule.
What, you got pruny in the bath, did you?
yeah. And then
All right, well, if you're done smelling us, we go.
and the Annika comes up to you, Erebus, and just gives you a little whisper in your ear, going, "That wig looks so fake to us werewolves."
And I kind of whisper back and I say, "Good job, I'm not with any."
Oh boy. All right. I say we best make a move then, brother. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna, as we go, I'm gonna message to Light first and then to the others, and I'm just gonna be like, checking in. You're all right with me doing this, yeah?
Yup. I'll be right behind you.
Got your back.
And then I'll send it to Victor.
Aye. There's something about them. Can you not see it? I think Reaper did. She seems to sense a kind of fear in them. I think they're being pressured into doing what they're doing.
Why does Victor sound like the other guy?
I
was gonna
noticed.
say he's got
Sorry.
the Foxy
Come up on
Malone
it.
thing
Don't take a
going.
minute.
I mixed the accent.
I'm gonna-
Sorry.
I'm gonna message Victor once more and just say, yeah, things that act monstrous. There's usually a reason. I'm living proof of that. I'll have messaged Reaper, got her response. Next, I'll message Fuzzball and say the same thing. Just check if he's alright with me doing this.
I mean, it's happening, so what's the point in checking in?
Cool,
He's
thanks.
getting really, really bloody emo, isn't he? As long as he
Then
travels
I'll-
fast, he's just getting more and more progressively just like, no.
I'll
So
message.
Sir Godfrey
there's-
then. Sir Godfrey goes up to Blanche and says, "My fair lady, I've noticed that you are without a ride. I don't mind piggybacking you to the cave if you need a bit of guidance."
I was going to
Where's
say,
Tiago?
do I hear this? I'm just going to whistle for Tiago.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I didn't know that he'd been cast away.
Yeah.
Castaway, how dare you? I fucking saved that bugger. Castaway, my eye.
So then I'll message and I'll say to Blanche, I'll say, hey Merc, you in on this? We good?
Don't have much of a choice, do we?
Thanks. Snake Man, want to tell me off?
No, I mean, I'm not the one who's going to be telling you off. And I kind of look up towards the tower.
I will remove a silver sword from my bag and just let it glint in the moonlight, and then put it back.
Ooh,
What, in front
as
of all
that
the
happens,
werewolves?
you notice that the werewolves give you a wide berth. Like a serious
How do they
wide
know?
berth.
Has
Um,
Tiago come
you-
towards us yet?
Where's his token? Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't need his token for this. He does show up eventually going, "Is it time, my lady? Would you like me to attack or..."
I'd like to ask if you were alright to still guide the lovely Blanche.
Of course, my lady. I like Blanche. No matter how much she grips onto my mane.
Well, I shall let you get on, Tiago.
Thank you, my lady. And lowers down to put Blanche, and Sir Godfrey just kind of puts you, guides you onto the tiger.
Thanks, guys.
See, Bolgi, I remember to ask this time.
Yes. I was very impressed. I was not going to put in.
Okay, so you venture through the forest. Start walking an hour, 2 hours.
Feeling a perception
Eventually, you
roll
start to
here.
begin to notice that it is starting to get somewhat colder as you start heading towards the mountains. Not too chilly enough, though.
I would like to say there'd probably be at least a couple of us would constantly be looking around us and keeping an eye out for anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do perception checks while around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I can negate that.
Was it a -1? Was it a 1 then?
It was a natural 1, but I'm pretty sure something on my halfling thing can make me roll again.
Yeah, you
Halflings
get.
can reroll
Yeah, halflings. Yeah, they get to reroll 1s.
I got a 16.
Went from a natural 1 to a natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice. So as you guys are looking around, like as you look up, you can hear this kind of. I can't do bat noises. I've got too much of a deeper voice for it. And
Bat
you can
noises.
see hordes of bats flying over you. Getting the hunch that maybe Strahd is watching in one way or another.
You do realise I'm going to want to seriously try and shoot with my crucible because I just want to knock that fucker out the sky.
Just dummy his ball bearings.
Oh, mega ball bearings.
Oh. Just me and her instead of fucking like walking, we're just going, "Psh, psh, you got him yet?"
Don't aggravate the bats.
If anyone, as I say, if anyone draws my
We
attention
didn't
to
say
them, I will
anything
be.
yet.
But when they say that, I'll be like,
Yeah. Looks like somebody's already got word of the alliance before it's even happened.
Well, that's
There's
the
nothing
thing.
he can do.
Strahd has eyes everywhere. Bats, wolves, sometimes even the trees.
Is Escher following us, by the way?
Oh yeah, he's still with you.
I'm just
we
gonna
got
hang
everybody but
back
Esmeralda.
and I'm gonna hang
Yeah.
back and just grab a hold of Escher's arm and whisper into his ear. If I find out remotely that you're behind any of the information leaked to him, I won't just leave you out in the sun. I'll make sure I'll cut off your Achilles tendon first.
Ow.
Ugh.
I feel personally attacked.
It wasn't aimed at you, short one.
Have I led
And
you
you
into
can't
any
hear
kind of
that.
security? Have I led you into any kind of
Escher?
reasoning why?
Escher,
What?
do I look like someone who cares? I will not have anyone in this company hurt. Now, if I find out, is what I said. You seem very, very keen to want to prove that you're not up to something. I suggest you keep your head low.
All right. I'm about to say this isn't exactly how you win allies.
I don't want an ally from you. I just don't want a knife in my back.
I ain't no traitor.
That remains
Only
to
to
be
Strahd.
seen. I'm just saying, keep your nose clean. And I'm going to walk away before he can retort.
He kind of mumbles to himself, going, "She forgets I used to be like her."
Nobody was like me.
But then eventually, as you are moving into the more forested area, out the forested area into more the
I
mountain
can't
area,
at the moment, Gabe. I was going to tuck you in earlier. You had a tantrum.
above the tree line, carved into the side of a rocky mountain spur, is a wide torchlit cave that looks like a gaping maw of a great wolf. Don't do to the... Right, thank you, Roll20, for finally loading on me. There we go.
Nice.
How cool.
I've got so many Breath of the Wild images from that right now. It's amazing.
I know, I do like this map a lot. Now, hopefully, I've sorted this out, because the dynamic lighting wasn't working earlier.
Ooh, it seems to be.
Yep. See a thing.
I mean,
Oh my
all apart
god,
from...
I'm.
I can see.
Can you see?
In fairness, I do still have all the pictures open, so give me a sec.
Yeah, I think that's
I can
working
see.
for me.
All but Blanche, who's got a very different field of vision
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
reasons being.
A foot and a half.
You can slightly see the area just so you don't bump into a wall. Okay. You have to leave the tiger here, I'm afraid. This
And
is
why
a
is
pack
that?
of... This is a pack of canines.
And he's my pack.
That is a... Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna shrug at them and say, like I said,
Woo!
monsters.
16 again. My first one was an
Okay.
18, but I've got a disadvantage.
Alright, but I can't be held responsible if the whole pack just dive on him. I was
Let's
doing
just
it
put
for
it this
his
way.
safety.
Let's put it this way. We're here for a meeting with your alpha. You are to tell them that he is harmless. If they don't believe you, that's not on me, that's on you.
Alright. And then starts doing like snarling and growling to the other wolves, and the other wolves just kind of take marks at different areas around the cave. Almost like a very well structured army obeying a commanding officer. Okay. Let's head on inside. Oh god, I've got so many NPCs to control right now.
I'm just going to whisper into Tiago's ear in
To be honest,
Elvish.
just
Basically say to him, keep your cool. Please.
Of course.
I've got your back.
When
If you
can
want,
I
I will,
lose my cool?
Of course, you can understand it as well, Blanche, so...
that's the point. Anyone else who speaks Elvish, because I didn't know anyone else did when we first did this, you would know that Dami means little dagger.
You told me
Oh,
this,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say I thought only
sweet.
Reaper would know that, but a couple of you would. So, Matt, do you want to hand over control of their tokens? Because I don't mind schlepping Victor around.
I can take Escher if you need a hand.
Alright, give me a sec. I might have to put dynamic lighting on them as well. You can do a wee bit of role playing while I just quickly sort this out.
I'd just be constantly like glancing down at Light and glancing back at Reaper just for reassurance.
I'm going
Just-
to... I was going to ask Blanche, if they're alright, but they fucked off,
Well, we're just in the mouth
I'm
of the
just-
cave.
I'm just going to say to Dami, you're doing well, kid. Just keep it up.
I think
She's not wrong.
just before we go in, I think I would probably go up to Tiago just in case and cast back skin. So his
Okay.
AC can't be below 16 for an hour.
Nice.
I don't know what his AC is, but
I think
Like
it's something
12.
like, it's like 13
now that
or something.
they've actively threatened
Yeah,
him,
it's
so
12. Yeah.
So as
Oh boy.
you do that, you touch the saber-tooth tiger, and the fur just becomes more like tree bark.
oh,
I'm
before I
literally
do
waiting
it,
for
before I
Blanche
do
to
it,
go, ooh!
before I do it,
Well,
I'm gonna be like, Tiago, are you okay if I toughen you up a bit?
Ready as I can be, Master Furbolg.
Yes, it is just a precaution.
And he's just sort of like doing that whole thing of where he's using his claws to just edge upon the ground, against some rocks, just making sure they're extra sharp. And as his fur then becomes like bark, he turns to you and goes, "I feel a bit peculiar.
Yes.
I'm afraid to lick myself, if I'm honest."
Give it a try. You might like it.
Oh my god.
He gives it a try and goes, "I think I've got a splinter."
Splinter.
Oh, I
knows
humbly
how to
apologise.
spell.
I'm gonna take it out.
How do you think
My
my
God.
ass feels?
Title of this episode: Werewolves and Splinters.
Oh, but
Sitting pretty.
feeling shitty. Who wants to take hold of Sir Godfrey?
Reaper, if you want to do
Alright.
Sir Godfrey, and I'll take Escher.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take
Sorry,
Godfrey.
sorry, she claimed Escher, but that's
Oh well,
Do you want me to have Victor?
I've got
Dammy's
Victor.
got Victor.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Last
just take
time I entrusted him to you, he teleported himself back 50 years.
I'll
can
take
still
Sir
do
Godfrey if you
here.
want.
I'd just be
Wow.
right back.
Okay, cool.
You were also in charge to look after him.
Hey, I was
start
in the
on a
middle
sweet
of an
boy.
emotional crisis.
I was in the middle of almost getting stomped on by a tree. Well, by a
So-
walking hut.
So, as you go into this cave, you can see up ahead it splits into two, one to the left, one to the right. Standing on about a 5 foot high ledge, dividing the two places, are two feral-looking women wearing shredded clothing, clutching spears. One seems to be of a middle-aged woman of roughly about 40 years old. The other one is kind of like a 17-year-old girl. What the bloody hell are they? So this is the middle-aged woman. Amazingly enough, Discord is being okay to me. It's Roll20 that's being a bitch to me today. It's totally the opposite way around usually.
Thank you.
And here's the teenager. And you watch as the teenager grabs hold of a bell. Hi. What company is it that you bring here? They seem to want an audience with the Alpha. Yeah, I don't think you want to be bothering Kirill right now. He and Bianca are in a private meeting, I think is the correct term, in front of strangers. Oh,
Wait, they can't last that long.
well.
Do you think they need a diagrammed army?
We've got the book.
Victor
if they
just
want
goes,
to-
"Oh, I've got one of those. Don't forget the 8."
Look,
Alright,
kid,
what-
you and I are going to have words about 8.
Do you think that's a 9?
In some species.
It's also, I think the best thing you can do is take him to Skenis. Oh, okay. I think Skenis is just entertaining down the corridor here. Just be wary. I don't think that tiger there at the back is going to be too welcoming amongst Master Pack.
He's done nothing wrong. Welcoming is on your part. He's been perfectly well behaved.
And you kind of see
Also,
the teenager.
at the moment, he's a tree.
Yeah, that's true. You see sort of the teenager almost smiling, looking at all of you. Would you be happen to be any of these adventuring parties I've heard so much about?
I
And
suppose.
There's
we
more
call
than
it
one.
that.
the middle-aged woman just literally just round the back of the head. You do not talk to strangers like that. You are just here to guard, young lady. How long
Been
you been with
nicer
this
than the rest
pack?
of you.
Well,
Should
this
she
one.
not be making the wise assumption, or is it because you're afraid she's correct?
Teenager just kind of smirks as you say that, and kind of just throws you a cheeky wink and a smile as Reaper says that.
I'm gonna give her a slight nod.
There you go. Go ahead. Skinnis will entertain you while he can. And it's at that moment you begin to hear a very solemn sound further down the cave. Like a lute being played, but very beautifully, but yet painfully beautiful. Kind of like the music that's playing right now, if it was played on a lute rather than an xylophone.
Are we heading towards it, or are we going down the other fork?
The music is actually coming in this direction, the one that the lady was pointing down.
We'll go.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And the two and the brother and the sister, they go, okay, if you want to head down that way, I'm sure Scannis will be able to fill you in on what's going on. And they kind of look at
Are
each
there
other a
any-
bit coyly.
Are there any like side paths off as we go down?
Make a perception check.
Damn it. 6.
Not from what you can see, it's just solid stone walls just carved straight out of the rock, like the cave that they're in.
Does it
as
seem
you're
like the
looking
music's
along-
coming? Sorry, carry on.
It is, yeah, it is down that way. And along the floor, you do see the odd occasional bone here and there for buried in the sand. But apart from that, it's oddly clean on the floor. And as you get closer into there, you see in this sort of large area of a cave is a smoldering campfire closer to the far west wall. And around the campfire are a large number of werewolves. Some of them in human form, some of them in their hybrid form. But the most prominent looking one is this old man who is just sat by the fire playing a lute.
Oh. That's a lot.
So it's him playing the music.
Yeah. And as you play, some of the wolves look towards you, and those that are in humanoid form, suddenly their eyes glow yellow and fangs begin to turn and claws grow. But then as
We're
in the middle of playing, the old man goes, "Don't worry about them. They're here as guests.
Pretty
Even
sure
the
you would have known
vampire
already
is
if we
here
weren't,
as a
right?
guest. I believe we've been expecting you." And he
Plays
turns
a
around
priest
and
there.
he is probably
It's-
probably one of the oldest looking men you've ever seen, with his big bulging nose, a long grey beard, almost dry eyes with age.
it's beautiful music.
I thank you very much, dear lady. Come and have a
And-
seat. And he
And I'll
stops
go
playing.
and I'll sit. I'll go quite close and I'll sit. Victor will hang back by that wall, because I'm going to nudge him that way.
Okay.
I'll just stand back but behind Dummy.
I'm going to stand just about here and lean against the wall to observe. And I'm going to leave Tiago by the stairs there, because then it's a little less intimidating.
Okay. Oh,
You,
glad you've taken the liberty of being so polite to honor the pack's tastes, as it were. Now, luckily, we've already fed, so we're not very hungry right now for exotic tastes and delicacies.
a shame. Barbecue's awesome.
Mhm. One day, I'm sure it is, my dear. And he lets you. He gets up and lets you have a seat.
Oh, I was just going to sit on the ground by him.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Like,
okay.
I'd have walked up and sat straight down on the ground near him, looking at him.
Oh, what does a motley crew of adventurers have any dealings here with werewolves? It's not very often sheep wander into a wolf's den as willing as you. 'Cause I doubt that
one
the twins
second.
brought you here so nicely.
1 second. And she'll turn back to the rest of the group. Motley crew? We name, workshopping, work on it? Fine, don't worry. And then she'll turn back to him. Sheep. I don't know if you'd call us sheep. We've got too many teeth.
Well, that one
We
over there
came
looks
here-
very sheep-like. Pointing at Bolgi.
Yeah. Interesting point of fact. That guy can be a sheep. He can be a wolf. He can be a badger. He can be a very small but kind of fat rat. And a bird. He's been a bird.
The sad look on Lewis's face.
One who connects with nature. Very true. But that's not the real reason that you're here, is it?
You said you were expecting us. And you
To some
don't think
extent.
sheep would walk into a wolf's den, so you don't think we're sheep, and you must have some reasons to why you think we're here. Or somebody told you we were coming.
I think it's more like speculation of a certain fortune teller in our midst.
Fortune teller.
Yeah, the same one we met, I expect.
He kind of whistles
Or not?
down the line, and you watch as one of the werewolves like nods and then runs further down into the passage up here. One of our pack members is a bit of has the gift of foresight. Uses these cards to be able to predict the future. Now, recently we've undercome a young boy coming in to our pack. There was a foretelling of when this boy would arrive. That potentially a father figure would be arriving here to reclaim him. Although that father would be dead. But his adventuring
Shit.
heroes who journeyed with him would
Lannister.
be coming along with him. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you know
Yes,
of the child.
You are correct. We met his father in a tavern, and we actually agreed to help him find his son. We kind of haven't thought about it really or cared much since we had our own troubles coming up here. But we would like to know the boy is safe. I feel though that we needn't have worried if he's been with
She's
you.
breaking up a lot, isn't she?
Yeah,
I thought
that
it
was
was
just me.
I thought it was just me as well. I was
I
looking to see
did-
if I could fix it.
Discord's
No, I
Discord is really having a go because I'm going orange to red continually.
I'm
See,
I'm
oddly
just being
green,
solid
but
green.
everyone is jerky. Oh, saying that, I'm orange.
could
Sorry,
try,
guys. As you
Try
know,
changing the Discord server.
Life of Die comes with. I can try.
Comes with its many technical difficulties.
Roll 20. Cook Roll never had this problem.
I don't think
we're
they
on a
use
server
Discord.
in Hong Kong. It's connected us to a Hong Kong server. Oh,
Um,
are we always there still?
God, everyone's going now.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hear anyone. Well, I can hear Reaper, but not
Hello.
Erebus.
I just got
I can
one
hear
of
that.
those.
how do I do it again?
Ah, yes, I got that face.
It's not very often I have to do this, but how do I do it?
Well, we've been going for an hour and a half. Do you want to take a quick break while we try and sort this out?
Yeah, I tell you what, we'll have a quick
Have a
break
good
while we
idea.
sort this out, and hopefully we'll be back with a stronger channel.
Yes. So, see you soon, guys. back.
Right, sorry about the mishap there, ladies and gentlemen, but I think we are back up and rolling without any kind of lagging or whatsoever. And there's now another person with spectacles entered the game.
I'm straining my eyes. I've got to stop it.
Turn the light on.
That's fine.
No, it's not the light. It's actual reading.
Oh, okay. Right, so somewhere down the line, we were doing a nice little speech from Dami. So
Speech.
Oh, yeah. He'd just mentioned the father figure, and that the father figure would be dead. And Dami had kind of gone, "Oh, yeah, we met this kid's father figure in a tavern before we entered Barovia, and we told him we'd help him find his kid and make sure he was safe, which I'm sure he is now. Finding out that he's been with you, honestly, I
Where
don't
is the
think we
boy?
thought about it at all since then."
I've just sent word to bring the child here. Don't worry, he's being well looked after. Wenny,
Why?
she's
Why did you have the boy?
at this moment he does look a little coy. It's going to be a bit of a story here to tell. Oh, here's the child now. And you do see at the top of the stairs walking down is a boy about 7 years old, looking very shy, scared, almost sorry for himself in a strange way. But you also notice his amber eyes as well. And he is partnered along with another woman with amber eyes, very dark hair, very pale skin. And she's just holding his hand. It's like,
You turned him.
not as Kirill did, the
But
pack
why?
leader.
He had a family. Why take the boy?
You know, father?
I'm going to disguise self back into my normal elf form as to not scare the child.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk up to him and kneel down in front of him after I've cast my spell.
And he sort of looks at another wolf and says to him, just keep an eye on Kirill and Bianca. I don't want them listening in on this. And the wolf sort of nods.
What is your name, boy?
My name is Kellen. Kellen Strail. My father is Laniver Strail of Waterdeep. Servitor.
Kellen, I have news for you of your father.
You know my father?
We met a few days ago. He was looking for you.
Where is he? Father?
Kellen? He did not make the journey, Kellen.
Oh no. And when he just kind of kneels down and just holds him, and he hugs her back. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How did he die?
We were ambushed on the road. He fought valiantly, but in the end it wasn't enough. Your father is a brave man, Kellen, and he was looking for you very, very strongly.
He died saving our lives.
I'm so sorry to hear of the man's passing.
I'm going to stand up abruptly and then look daggers at the old man, trying really hard to control my rage, and go, you better have a damn good reason why this child is here. Because his father would not have died had he not been taken.
I agree more. As many other people would have still been alive.
So you best...
I get the feeling you and your alpha don't get along.
Not at all. I used to be the alpha of this pack. And I did have sights on two potential gentlemen who would become the next pack leader.
How comes he got it?
He wasn't my first choice.
Was there a
No.
choice?
Of course there was. There was another rich, more morally judgmental man named Emil, who I wanted the pack to go.
Can I
And that was-
see? Sorry, can I see if there's any like scars on him or cuts, like forms of a fight?
Yep, do a perception check.
15.
There are sights of scarring around the old man. Probably withered in time, but they are very prominent around his face, his hands. Where areas of his chest are revealed, you can see them as well.
The
And of course, now I'm an old man and wanted to pass this pack over to someone like Emil, who was level-headed, who knew where to take the pack.
but the
Problem
strongest one in a
is-
fight, didn't he?
No. He randomly
Don't-
went missing.
Don't wolves to become an alpha if they're not chosen willingly normally have to fight for that right
That's what I thought.
Okay.
and succeed?
Well, if Emil went
That's-
missing, then it would have fallen to
Exactly.
whoever was next.
Exactly.
And was it under suspicious circumstances by any chance?
I would definitely say so. Because what soon came to follow is that Emil went missing, and Kirill wanted to take the mantle of pack leader. I'm an old man. He's one hell of a brute. I would not.
Just try it.
I would be an idiot to try and face off in a fight with him.
Well,
So it was
welcome
his.
aboard.
The choice was, I fight him, I die, or I sit under his reign as a withered old fool.
Dami. Dami.
Now,
Is there any reason to believe Emil is still alive, or is it more likely that he was just slaughtered?
it's hard to say. I personally believe he has been slaughtered. He has been gone missing for several months now.
Guinness.
And
And if
he,
we were to
I mean,
depose your alpha,
Challenge the position.
it would be a magnificent prospect, since Kirill seems to have a bit of a bond with a certain vampire.
It's enough reason for me.
I'm going to walk over to
and-
Actually-
Dami and I'm basically going to say, you do realise what your card's telling you to do, don't you?
Now, this is the problem we face. Kirill has been left with a mission from Strahd to allow us to go out beyond the mists into some other plane and kidnap children. We bring all the children here. And this is the part that I absolutely hate. We make each child fight to the death. The winner becomes one of the pack. Strahd wants to bond with the werewolves, to form a pact with everyone, and use us as an army to take over Barovia. When I found this out, I wanted to oppose it.
So
But what
let's
can I
oppose
do?
it.
stop him. We've taken down more than werewolf before. If you can guarantee the pack will back you and not him,
I don't think it's going to be that simple. If they have to get another leader in that is this old, he'll be seen as weak and they'll kill him on the spot.
Now, here's the thing. This is where it gets very, very difficult, and you must understand there's a lot at stake here. Kirill will only bother fighting for power through werewolf only. We're still weak. Not one of us
Isn't
would
there a
dare to fight
loophole?
Kirill.
Isn't
There
there a
is.
loophole? The strongest can actually take on and challenge the alpha.
They can, but only in werewolf form.
you said that none of this lot can do it.
No.
Dami.
Well, we dare not. We are not strong enough. We're not foolish enough to take on the pack leader. And Mill would have, if he was hopefully still alive. If we could find him, he can easily take over and pack leader, and he would not be afraid to put Kirill in his place. But whether he's alive or dead, I really do not know. And I know this will be asking a lot, but if one of you was to become one of the Wolven, you would gain that honor to be able to fight Kirill in single combat for challenge of ownership of the pack. Once that happens, the pack is all yours. We will obey every command that you would give to all the wolves here. You would own an army for yourself. And believe me, every wolf here would be able to do it. As much as we hate Kirill's ways, he is the alpha. We can't say no. But if a new alpha was to oppose him, take over the pack and rule, we would be at yours to command.
How is the transformation progress actually done?
I'm sure you've heard the stories, young lady, of how lycanthropy can be given through means of
A scratch,
one
a bite.
A bite. The bite of a werewolf. It would take a few hours for the disease to run through your blood, but after that, you will be able to have the command.
Dammy's going to get up and walk around the
I'll
corner.
I was going to say, I'll telepathically say to Dammy, I hope I don't know what you're thinking, but if you are, I hope you're sure.
She's going to walk around the corner and she's going to throw up.
Okay.
Does she throw up like hot lava?
Yes, everything that comes out of her is molten.
It burns on the way out.
It like sizzles on the floor.
I'm going to walk up
Doesn't
to
burn
Dami.
me, I'm the volcano, mate.
I'm walking up to Dami and placing a hand on her shoulder, and I'm basically going to say, it's your choice. We've all had to make a choice at some point, but just know it doesn't change anything. You're still one of us, regardless.
I'll kind of like whisper to Bolgi, and I'll go, your beast form can't trick the scent of the wolves, can it?
My beast form would turn me into a wolf, not a werewolf. I do not believe that they are one and the same. I would happily try, but I feel as though he would not respect my bestial form as he would another werewolf.
I see.
And Dami's gonna... she is shaking.
At that point, Victor will come up to you. Dami. I know I've not known you that long, but I feel physically I've not known you that long, but mentally in my head, I've known you for over 50 years. Well, I've painted an image in my head. And you said something about earlier when the werewolves came in that a monster is just a perception. Now these aren't the monsters that we've all read about in our dreams. 50 years I've spent, well, over 50 years, even as a child, I've been led by propaganda that a werewolf is just a beast out for flesh. I mean, we've all found now out the reason of why they've been kidnapping children. I've always believed throughout my years that werewolves their civilization is older than Strahd himself. They've always kept to themselves, only preying on an odd runaway just to feed themselves. They're slaves to this master. And I know what lurks in your mind, but you are not a monster.
That now. I just learned that. And it's all of you that showed me that. And being with you all is... Until I met you, I had 2 people in the world that I counted as decent. One of them helped hold me hostage for 15 years. And the other one kills people for a living. And now I just found out that I don't have to be what they told me I was. And I like you all.
You're not losing us.
I am. If I do this,
You're not, because
I
we will
become
fight
one of
with
them.
you. You don't leave.
And what happens when we win? I don't get to leave.
You can
I
give
don't
over the
get to
alpha.
You all do.
No, I
You
don't.
all
I'm
go off
attached to
and-
a dragon. I'm attached to a dragon in this realm. You really think I'm leaving here? I'm here for good. You are my friend, Dami. Regardless of if we want to talk about emotions or not, I'm not leaving you, and I never will. Ever.
And
This is
I didn't want
family.
to stay.
there's nothing to stop you giving up being the alpha once this is over.
It's up to you. I mean, for all we know, maybe this Emil is alive.
We can't take the risk. If he, this alpha of yours, is a deranged lunatic, and I really don't care if anyone's going to hiss at me right now, you guys need help. And whether or not we make this decision, it's Dami's decision.
If there's any input with the missing, well, I can honestly say with folks such as him, he would probably keep his enemies closer. I would think that if he's still alive, he would keep him restrained. Maybe even kept alive, fed. If we can try and find out if he's been moving food somewhere, that's a start.
You really think he's going to keep someone that is that precious to him alive?
Oh, yes. Power play.
Why, is that something you would do?
No.
Stop
Why?
fighting. I know it's what you do, but stop. It doesn't matter anyway. The point of this is why I was brought here. This is why I was given this card. This is why that woman. This is it. This is the moment where I am good enough or not. And I just want to do the right thing. I just don't want to give up all of this.
You're not giving
What?
up anything.
None of us are. Do you think Light would have been brought back from the dead if he hadn't have made a choice to stay with us? Do you think I would have taken this dragon thing if it had been any other way? We're all making
What
a
about
choice.
Blanche? Lost her eyesight. And we're gonna get her back. And we will do the same to you. I promise you, whatever we do, whatever you do, we will not let you become the monster that you think you are again. You are Dami. You
I'm going to
are
turn to...
the fire in our hearts.
He's down
even
right,
if
you
they're-
know.
Even if there's a fucking wolf inside of you, who gives a shit? I'm a child lost in time. We're not normal people here. We've got an elf over there with a dragon complex.
Complex? I actually like this, thank you very much.
We've got an elf over there with a dragon obsession. You know, we've got an undead knight over here, sworn to a dragon. A vampire who I'm still trying to work out. I'm pretty sure the rest of you are at the moment. I'm just saying.
Dami will be kneeling on the floor at this point. Once she threw up, she'd have dropped to the floor.
I'm going to turn to Skinnis and say, with her, if she does take this position as the alpha, if she does agree, and this is all hypothetical, if she's not confined to this cave, is she? As an alpha, she should be able to choose where and where, if she may go. Normally, alphas have betas and omegas,
Exactly.
so she could easily.
Without a doubt. She's free to leave if she's successful in taking over the pack. Alpha. She can go wherever she wants in Barovia.
And as an alpha, she has the right to abdicate to the nearest, strongest wolf of her choosing.
You're very familiar on wolf tactics. Wouldn't be a ranger by any chance, would you?
Well, used to be.
While that conversation's happening, Demi will look up at Light. For the first time ever. Sorry.
And for the first time ever, Light will just walk over and pat Dami on the shoulder. You'll
I
be
think
I
the
correct.
do
person
this-
you might want to speak to is
if I-
Zuleika.
Do
Sorry,
this.
go ahead.
Still got my back.
Do you really think I'm going to see anything different? I've got your back.
Never seen the city.
I'll still take you. Like you said, you can leave whenever you want. It's your choice. All of it is.
She'll stand up.
Shit.
And she'll walk back round. Come at me, bro.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not quite as old to pass on lycanthropy anymore. I can't even transform into a wolf anymore. Not by will. However, there's someone who does share my my sight on my approach to Kirill, and that is Zuleika. She was Emil's mate. Well, let's think she still is. She hasn't lost sight on Emil being alive, and if it helps, she's also the one who foretold of the downfall of Kirill and his wicked ways.
Is there anywhere in this cavern that you may keep people? Or, well, people or werewolves? Or...
Yeah. If you go a little further and take the closest route to the right, I mean, there are a couple of men that Kirill has already captured wandering in the wild. Zuleika is holding guard there. She's doing her best to try not to free them. If she does, then Kirill would devour her instead for the meal.
How ill would
Still-
she be for the transformation?
For the first couple of hours, very ill. And then I promise you, you will feel like you are indomitable. Until you get to a
Frank.
certain age, of course.
Frankly, I'm kind of interested to see what mixing this blood with yours actually does.
Not mine. Like I said, Zuleika would
I
be the
just meant werewolf. I was making it.
Oh,
It's fine. Where is
I
she?
see, I see. I see, I see.
There's no cure for lycanthropy,
Go.
is there?
Handle being a wolf. Been a bitch all my life.
I'm thinking more of Kellen. He deserves a chance to go back.
Oh, right,
to
yeah.
it.
Oh, the kid!
Oh, hold up. One of the spell scrolls back in the tower. Sorry, I'm doing Victor. I should probably point out. Who took the scroll? Remove curse.
Oh, did I hang on to that one?
You did.
I think I hang on to that one.
I'm glad I
Don't-
asked now.
I don't have it in my inventory.
Remove curse does remove lycanthropy.
And Dammy's the one who's got it.
So there you go. A get out clause.
So who is it? Is it the child, or is it herself?
So
That's
Dami,
what I'm saying.
Dami's going to win,
I'm just-
and then the child's the new
Just
alpha.
back.
Yeah,
Oh
a
my
very
God, I've turned this
child.
into
Great.
I've turned this into a telltale game. Oh, but yeah.
Okay.
um,
When he
wanna
says
head-
that, when Victor says that, she'll go into her bag and take it out. And she won't even think or hesitate. She'll unscroll it and look at the kid and just read it.
I'm gonna grab Dami's hand as she does that.
Okay.
You said the boy's family is dead. What life does he have?
The father
Away
is dead.
from the
We have
pack.
no idea about the mother.
And where would you find her?
ask him.
And
Ask
what if
him.
she sees?
He's not like,
Helen.
mute.
It
Take it.
also might be wise to wait until after all this is done. There's nothing stopping him getting bitten again.
Yeah, but we still need to know if there's anything before we do the
Kid.
spell. But
Yeah,
we still need to talk to him.
Hi.
Kellen.
Other than your father, who else do you have?
No one really. I mean,
Shit.
the
And
only
this
person
woman?
that seems to be Wenny. She's looked
You like
after me
her?
really well.
Looked after our turn.
And I'm going to hold the scroll in front of him. I am a very, very powerful magician. And I have the power to return you to being a normal boy. And to take away the wolf inside of you. But it might unbind you from this pack. You don't have to decide now. But if you want to get rid of the wolf inside of you, you come talk to me.
Okay.
Good kid. And she'll bop him on the head with the scroll and then put it away.
I
Okay, it's time to get furry.
Right.
Well, that took a turn.
Reminds me of another game, but that's another thing there. So Skennis begins to walk and lead more down the tunnel. If you'd like to follow me, Ron accent. I'll take you to her.
Is everyone coming?
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah.
asking because I lost Victor. There he is. Got him. Got him. It's fine.
And as he does, he leads you further deeper into the cave. So again, it is very unusual to be seeing like this cave, pretty clean, well domesticated by the looks of things. And eventually you arrive to this rough-hewn, these stairs leading down into a torchlit cave. And it's just a weird, bizarre sight as there's scattered like wooden cages around the edges. Sorry, I probably should move him a bit more ahead. This area doesn't smell as nice. It definitely smells like death and decay. So he's just moved up a little if you want to follow him.
Were we told
Yeah,
where
it just took a while to snap him.
Were we told where they were having their little interlude?
I think down the left. No, the right passageway that we didn't go down.
I want to do a stealth check to see if I can go unnoticed to do a little bit of espionage.
Down which way, sorry?
To where he's screwing Bianca.
First off, do a perception check.
Ooh, that fell off. That would be a, I think, yep, 20.
20. So you kind of use your elven ears to get a bit of a hear around the caves, and you do hear that kind of animalistic.
Please don't. Please.
I was wondering
Spare
when we were
me.
going to hear werewolves
Please spare
humping.
me. I'm begging you. You gave me crying babies
Go on, Matt.
and dead water. Spare me humping wolves.
That's
Just
your
please
first werewolf
spare
set.
me.
You have literally just asked to go and spy on them.
Yeah, well, I don't need to have the earful, alright? I'm going to get an eyeful, alright?
You're the one who wanted yiffing.
I think the best way to describe it is think of Forrest Gump when he's a kid and he just reenacts that sound. Like,
You could have just given me bed springs. That's what you just could have just given me bed springs.
Oh, it's a
No.
cave. There are
Yeah.
no
Fine,
beds
the
in
cracking
here.
of fucking the rocks falling off the wall. Something other than that.
The
Come
rustling
on.
of
It's
Like the
hay.
shuffling of
Shivers on
gravel.
the bone. Literally.
Gentle
I think they are.
of sand.
So I'm doing a stealth check now. Please.
Yes, stealth check, please.
25.
Okay. So you do on the. This is like leading towards the left of the cave of where you're seeing, and you see a lone werewolf, almost looking like they're standing guard, and you kind of see the back image very silently of. How's the best way I can describe this? Doggy style.
What else would
of a
it
naked
be?
man,
I mean, quite
And-
literally.
and he is a bear of a man from behind. Like he stands at 7 feet tall, incredibly muscular. But you don't get a good look at his face. A different pair of cheeks, but
He just loiters for a minute,
Took me a second
taking in the
there.
view.
Seen better.
Talk about,
As for the rest
talk
of the
about
group.
turning at the full moon.
I broke Reaper.
There's a full moon tonight. Now he's broken. He's bagged.
That's what she said. Or he said.
Well, she won't be. She's on all fours.
Oh!
So I take it they're
Um,
just humping and not talking.
Oh no, they're doing their best to let out some bestial rage inside of them.
So
Primal
someone could be
instincts kicked
standing
in.
guard, are they, or have I managed to sneak past them?
It's more the wolf that was sent before by Skenis to act as a guard to say when they're finished, you give some kind of a sign. As for the rest of you, as you go down the stairs, you do see two men in these wooden cages, and in front of them is a darker-skinned woman who's just sort of sat cross-legged, and she's sort of holding cards. And you kind of recognize the two men in the cages.
Yes, we do.
I believe you've nicknamed them Sam and Dean.
I'm gonna. Oh shit! They don't know me in this form.
No, they don't.
I'm gonna
They've never
disguise
seen you in
self
platform.
back to the brunette that they tried to take home as I go past.
Oh, please say I've still got her. I do.
Oh, that was a long time ago. That was the first time she used that spell. She
I don't know.
just wanted a drink, just a quiet drink to herself.
Hey, it's that group who killed Mother.
Good reason for
By
that.
all means, yes, we know now she was into devil worshipping, but by all means, you can do us a little favor, could you? And let us out of this here cage. They're going to eat us.
Not
I
just
don't want
yet.
to be eaten.
I think you'll find I will be eating you. And I'll
Big bite.
tip them the wink.
Oh, she still makes you hot under the collar, doesn't she, brother? And the lady sitting on the floor, she gets up. Let me just bring her up a little bit more in depth. Yes, I've been told of your forthcoming, that you would be here.
I'm going to really annoy you, Matt. And now that I'm done being a bit of a dick, I'm going to drop this guy's self because I want
I
to be myself
knew-
for this.
I knew you were gonna say that. Luckily, I didn't.
Also,
actually-
they get to see me go from cute girl they hit on to fire monster,
Not a monster.
Okay.
We've spoke about this.
not a monster.
Oh, you're now hiding under Victor.
Well, let's not go there.
Yeah.
Quick, Victor, your robes!
I just have to get changed.
I've been expecting you. You plan to overthrow Kirill, I take it.
Apparently, it's kind of my destiny, so fuck it. Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, it's a curse. Once people find out that you're a Lycan.
Look at me. Do you think I get by in my day-to-day life on smiles and sunshine? I don't give a shit if I'm also a wolf. If I can cope with being this, I can cope with being you.
Unintended
I've
insult.
been trying
Okay.
to. She kind of holds up a pack of
Kinda heard
cards, and you
yours.
recognize them as actual Taraka cards.
I'll flick out the beast. It's in my nature.
Okay. If that's what your card is saying. It's your destiny. I can't deny that. I've been using the cards to try and find a meal, but I can't get by. And I get the feeling I'm not going to be able to find a future in him while Kirill lives.
So you change me, I take down Kirill, the entire pack spends the rest of their lives finding a mill so I can get out of this shithole. You want wrist, neck, thigh?
Okay. And with that, she kind of hunches over, and you begin to watch as this black hair begins to spout. Her ears elongate, her teeth point, and the muzzle grows out. And then claws come out. Even though she makes it look painless, you can oddly hear the odd groan as you can hear bones snapping and crunching as her body now forms into a werewolf. The two brothers are just kind of absolutely whimpering, like back of the cage, like, "It's gonna eat us, it's gonna eat us."
I'm gonna grab Light's hand.
Just hold on.
And she prowls slowly forward and holds out her clawed hand. Brings it very closely and slowly to her muzzle and gives you a look. The pain just, you bite through your teeth as you feel the fangs just pierce into you, and it's a burning that you oddly have never felt before as you feel the saliva of the werewolf run through the blood of your veins.
Light's hand.
And she pulls away, and the blood from her muzzle just drips down.
What colour
And
is
she
it?
just
What colour
backs
is it?
away. Technically, it would kind of be like a. I don't actually know.
Please tell me the wolf gets heartburn.
It's like bright yellow and she gets a burnt tongue.
Like
She's
serious
she's
indigestion.
panting. She is actually panting.
Popping
Yeah,
a
I bite back.
Gaviscon.
Dami,
Couple of
I need you.
readies.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh, I rocket these.
Can I'll also bless, so you can add a d4 to it.
I don't want to know. I have no idea because I have no light over here.
I'm right,
Oh,
I'm right next to
she
you.
has no light.
Totally. So I picked my DM dice from my collection,
Okay.
and I rolled it, and I didn't look before I rolled my d4. My d4 was a 2. My con plus is a +2, so my total plus is a +4. And I rolled a natural fucking 20.
Yes.
As you begin to feel this disease crawling through you, it's almost as if your soul was ready to embrace this. Normally, this would be a painful process of sweats, cold chills, vomiting. Your body is ready for this. Almost like destiny is accepting you being the beast and the wolf. And Zuleika is even looking at you, who's now transformed back into her human self. This is so strange. I've never seen anyone been able to take the disease in them so gracefully, so powerful. I really do believe she could be the one to free us. And she's just holding back the tears.
I'm seeing you. I see you. I know.
If I try this, I want to know do it work, because she is
Yeah.
thriving off of this bubbling, boiling, hate-based like feeling she's having, and I would quite like to just throw my arms out and turn wolf, but I don't know if I'm ready to yet. So you're gonna have to guide me on that one.
Okay. It would take an hour or two for the disease to finally circulate around your body.
So instead, I will like stretch and give Light's hand one squeeze before I let go,
Okay.
and I'll say, "Feels good."
As for the rest of you, are you looking to do anything in the meantime?
Read.
Oh shit! Yeah, 2 hours of reading while she goes through this.
I love the idea that Dami is holding Light's hand, bracing through this, and it's
Look.
almost like it's going through like childbirth at the moment, and he's just there with a book going, yeah,
Well, no.
whatever.
No, this
Well,
has been
nowadays
done.
it'd be a mobile phone. He's just keeping on with the times. Jesus.
Well, no, the whole biting and everything's been done. Now we're just gonna wait 2 hours. Like,
Yeah.
Demi is not going to sit still. She's going to be pacing and flexing her hands, and she's going to just the whole time she's on her feet and she's moving.
DM, can we
Okay.
take 2 hours off that book time, please?
Right, so now you're on 10 hours, aren't you?
I was gonna say, while that's happening, I'm going to.
I would say he's a fucking werewolf. He can last, but not
Oh, we
even
won't
for
need
that long.
to. I'm just gonna lean up against the door and just go. That wasn't very impressive, now was it?
Oh my god, she's that thing that all people fear.
Hold up. I'm just trying to find Kirill. And as he turns round, he sports this big, pointed beard, sort of swept back hair. Tries to put on a shirt that is clearly ripped right through. Let's bring him up.
Down,
Who
boy.
are you?
No
You
one
do
you need
not
to worry
tell
about.
me what to do. Are you one of the newest to be feeding of the pack? You look a little old to be one of us werewolves. And doing this voice is absolutely brutal to my vocal cords.
No, I'm not joining your little menage or whatever going on between you and that skank. But
Oh, Bianca. Bianca kind of gives a.
oh please,
Easy there, Bianca.
I just wanted to have a gander at this so-called alpha that's leading this pack.
Oh, yeah? You think you can have a little go, do you, just because you're made of silver? Silver! From a
Oh,
dragon
no.
like you.
No. There's somebody
Oh,
out there
no.
far better than you out there. I just was sizing
Oh,
you up
yeah.
to make sure that this would be an easy win, and it definitely looks that way.
Oh, so Skinnis has managed to find someone to combat the Alpha. What is it? Is Emil finally come back? I thought Strahd had finally taken care of him.
Oh, so
Or
Strahd
is it
has a
someone?
meal. Dumb
Well,
and ugly. You're going all in on this, aren't you?
what can I say? I have to give her the competition.
What
Give Strahd a little.
competition? You don't seem like you could handle a piss up in a brewery. You know, anger's a funny thing. You let it override you and you make silly mistakes.
He then barks and howls. And as that happens, you begin to hear the footsteps of many werewolves heading towards you. Why is my Roll20 really being a bitch today? I probably should point out you're about here. I want you all to tear this little bitch to shreds.
I don't think
wanna
Skinnis
know.
is going to allow that somehow. And besides, I was looking for the toilet, but in this cave, who can tell what's a toilet these days?
How long has it been when she does this and they all show up?
Eventually, I would say it's starting to come to about that time. As Skinnis
Cool.
comes around the corner and sort of pats Reaper on the shoulder. Your time is over here, Krill.
I'm going
Will
to turn
die
to Fuzzball.
Mm.
Hey, now that I'm mostly dog, I'm gonna have a problem looking after here, and I'll open my pouch and I'll pull out a little cat. I
Yeah,
found it
giddy.
in Valaki, and I've kind of been looking after her. Her name's Stella, but she's not the person. Can you watch her for me?
Yeah,
Thanks,
just
Fuzzball.
take the cat. Yeah.
And the cat kind of reaches up and kind of like starts playing with one of your ears.
Oh, here, and I'll take out the bell that's been tied in on the inside of my pouch on a string, and I'll hand that to her too.
I'll tie it to my ear that she's playing with.
Ding, ding.
I wish I was there to see that, but you know, this is so much more fun pissing off an alpha.
And then if I'm feeling ready, I'll head back to. I'll just start walking back the way we came,
Yep.
and probably run
Okay.
into these guys.
Mm-hmm.
For real, right?
And as you see, Zuleika, she turned you, didn't she, to try and rival me?
Hi, my name's Dummy, and I'm your worst nightmare. And I'll werewolf up.
I was just going to say, before she does that, I wanted to just calmly whisper under my breath to Dami and basically say to her, anger is his weak spot. If you can piss him off, he'll make several and very many mistakes.
Okay, so
As she turns, I'll just quickly pat her back as well and cast Shield of Faith, which lasts for 10 minutes.
okay, so
You're werewolves.
Dami, this is a weird moment. Instead of like hair sprouting from Dami, it's almost like flames from the pores of her skin begin to spike up. Her hair stands on end and almost becomes like a mane running down her back as her muscles begin to bulk up. And not black. Where is it?
I got Cerberus.
So, and her mane just becomes like a long flow of red fire running all over her body, and what sort of flesh parts of a werewolf would be is like coal.
I'm just going to shout out to the rest of the wolves that are watching, and I'm going to make it blatantly. Oh, that is a fucking awesome
Ooh.
wolf.
Oh
But,
my god, I love
I'm-
you, Matt.
I'm basically. She's basically Ifrit at this point. But I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
going to make it
Oh,
blatantly
yeah.
clear to every wolf in this room. Any interference from so-called factions that are in for Killian, I will not hesitate to skin you. No interference from either side.
Do an intimidation check for me.
Ooh. On that dice roll alone, it's 19, so it's 18 because it's -1.
Okay.
Matt, can you send me this picture so I can have
will,
it on
don't-
my phone?
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't worry. And Kirill starts to bulk up and everything. You've seen the werewolves of this sort of slender feel, but this one, if the Incredible Hulk could be a friggin' werewolf, this is what he'd be like, as this drooling saliva just coming all around him.
Ew.
This is going to be a one-on-one fight between two werewolves right now.
I'm going to say, any other wolf steps out of line to help him, I'm shooting him on sight. I give no fucks.
Do I
And
need a
also-
different character sheet?
Oh, look. If you go into feats and look
Okay.
up lycanthropy or werewolf, it should pop up. Just add that onto your feats, and it should give you what you need. Believe me, there's going to be a lot there.
Oh God.
Okay.
So while you just familiarize yourself with that, is anybody else wanting to do anything else while Reaper is threatening werewolves?
Um,
I have a rage problem. You gave that to me when you gave me the dragon, alright? Come on.
I'm going to go up to Light. And I'm going to go, I can subtly put the feral over there at a disadvantage. Would that be wise in this case?
Is there a chance he'll know you do it?
Not unless I did it subtly.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I know what you're going to do.
If you think no one will notice, especially him, go for it.
Okay, how many sorcery points is it?
It's a level 2 spell, so it's technically. Oh shit! No, I just 1 sorcery point.
Yeah, I thought it was about 1.
It takes somatic and verbal out, which, funnily enough, that spell is just verbal and somatic.
Yeah.
So
you basically just have to think it and it happens.
correct. Yeah. I'll
So
wait
what
a
you casting?
second. I'll wait for the battle to start, but I'll be casting Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay.
Yes, you will.
Before... Oh god, sorry, go ahead.
I will need to roll to hit though. So
Okay.
Before the fight starts, I do want to cast Divination.
Okay.
And get
remind me.
so your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or a god's servant. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen. It doesn't take into account possible circumstances that might change, such as the casting of additional spells. But yeah.
Okay. So, what would you like to ask the gods?
I mean, it's a difficult question because it's obviously going to be a difficult one for you to answer, but I would like to ask the gods if fortune favors Dami in this fight.
Okay. You pray to... what's the name of your god? I forget.
Sylvanus.
That's it. Thank you. Sylvanus. And you pray as hard as you can. And somehow just being connected into the underground, you hear a whisper in your ear. The fire wolf will prevail. Look
Okay.
to the child.
Shit. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what that means. I don't know where everyone is either. I'm lost.
Let me.
There we go. I found them.
Yeah. Oh, you found them. Okay. Blanche, I know you're on a wee bit of a blind side on this side.
Yeah, but I'm on the back.
Kinda
I'm on the back of a creature with big ears, though. Would Tiago have heard everything going on?
More than likely.
He would have, and And you're with Escher as well. And he goes, "Hey, up." Then there's a bit of a dogfight further on ahead. If you want, I'd say you want to go catch it out, but I can tell you what's happening if you want me to.
I'll just completely ignore him and ask Tiago if he doesn't mind taking us there.
Who are Escher?
Oh,
Ah,
I feel that
absolutely.
I'm the only friends with Escher here.
Yeah, you're trying to
And
find
that's-
people to backstab. That's different.
If it's
Uh,
if it's werewolves versus vampires, Bulky is 100% team werewolf.
Oh my god. Don't make this into a Team Edward, Team Jacob thing for the
Oh, yeah.
fucking
Please
Um,
don't.
god.
I'm disappointed you even
round off
mentioned that, Matt.
trouble. Exactly.
So,
Need to find a new tier.
So I'm asking Tiago if he doesn't mind us going and seeing what's going on.
Absolutely. Mistress Blanche will be able to head over and speculate, as the weird vampire thing says, a dogfight.
Thank you.
I love how cordial he is.
Tiago is like, you know what? I
So
loved him
beautiful,
before,
He's
but
an
this is
absolute
amazing.
he is a gentleman.
Like, we loved Tiago before, and now you've just made us love him more.
But if he does decide later on that he's fucking off, we're gonna be even more fucking heartbroken. This is what's gonna happen. He's gonna fucking break me. That is it. He's rising me up again just to fucking break me with the damn tiger.
Also, Dami, have you noticed that your werewolf site is now red?
What now?
I don't know if it's actually worked. But I
If
should have
you've-
made it that in werewolf form you just see pure red.
Ooh.
If you've tinted the dark vision, I don't know if that does
Yeah.
that with light.
Yeah, it should have done. Hold on. Who else are you
Sorry,
controlling?
I have
Oh,
two
I tell you what.
massive werewolves on my screen. I'm currently controlling Victor. If somebody else wants to take him.
I'll take care of him. That's
yeah.
fine. So, anybody else want to do anything?
As an FYI, I rolled a nat 20 to hit.
Works for me. Works for me.
So for a minute, he will only deal half damage with weapon attacks using strength.
But that's weapon attacks, though. He'll be using his claws. It's not a weapon.
It's a natural weapon, so it will work. So it's
Okay.
only half.
On each of its turns, it needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Got you. And once, I mean, I'm doing this the old-fashioned way on a bit of pen and paper, but I hope that D&D Beyond plays pretty well with me. I'm not fucking up my stats here. Fliss, how are you doing with catching up with what's going on?
I think I'm there. I think I'm ready.
I know it's a lot to divulge.
It's fine. I'm assuming that because I'm still partly humanoid, this is hybrid form, not wolf form.
It would be hybrid form.
Cool,
mean,
that's
you
fine.
have
That
the
means I can still use my weapons. That's all I wanted to know.
So, without further ado, wolf on wolf, beast on beast. Let's roll initiative, you and I.
Oh crap.
Okay.
Is it wrong of me that I really just want to see Blanche as the blind wolf dancing around pom-poms going, damn it, she's... I just really do. It's just
It's Erebus's job. I got 13.
13. I'm not even joking. That's exactly what I got.
No way. What's your dex?
+4.
Yours should be through the roof.
Roll again?
It's a roll again. No, you've won this one. I just rolled a natural 1.
Well, mine's 20.
Oh, fuck off. Also,
That
under
is
his
that dice
breath,
going in the jail.
it is.
Yay!
I get another. I get another shot. Also, you would actually hear this, Dami, with your new wolf ears. You hear the voice of Escher going back at the moon. Dun, 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 dun. He's giving you bardic inspiration.
Flicking it towards him and then flick it back.
It would be a plus. You can add a D10 to a roll of your choice at one point.
Bardic
So just that one.
inspiration.
So
1d10.
as the two,
Cool.
as the two wolves lock in, Dami, you're up first. This music's perfect for this moment.
She's just gonna go with what feels good in the moment.
Okay.
And she's just gonna leap at him and try and sink her teeth into him.
Go for it. Roll for an attack.
Okay. 19.
19 hits.
Yes. No, I have to choose a d8. It's another one for the jail.
Oh dear.
Oh
God.
dear.
I am not used to being a wolf yet, and kind of like sink my
Okay.
teeth in a little bit, but I'm surprised when it happens and pull back. I do 2 points of damage, if
Okay,
that,
2
because it's
points.
piercing. So
We might have to split these shots up between each meetup because otherwise you'll be a dead person.
I'll be dead. Yeah.
And you will stay that way.
You
Wow.
grim fucker! Oh
Jesus.
my god!
Jeez.
Bloody savage.
He wouldn't even bother to
Um,
try and get extra constitution. You're just gonna die, bitch. That's it. You're dead.
Do you get your extra attack?
I don't know. Would you allow me the extra attack? Do you count
Yeah.
my teeth and claws as finesse weapons?
To her, they
In
are.
that case, I'm going to bite him again.
Okay.
Hopefully, more. That's another 19 to hit.
That will hit.
That's another 1.
Is that going in the
So
dark?
another 2
of
points.
damage.
Okay.
I'm running out of
So
paper.
just
Just
slicing
for
in.
shots.
But this gigantic werewolf is just kind of he kind of looks at you and just kind of goes, "Oh my god!"
Jesus.
Just looks at it, and even in wolf form, my turn, and just goes into now attack you. First round bite. That is a 16 to hit.
It's nothing but fur.
Nothing but fur. It's a little bit hot on the lips.
What's your AC with the Shield of Faith?
With Shield of Faith, it's... I'm not going to tell you, because I don't want that to know.
Ah, fair.
DM him for God's sake. Otherwise he'll be sitting there pouting all evening.
You'll
I-
find out. The next one will probably hit.
I just want to see how much I'm helping.
And
You're helping too.
then goes to scratch you. That is a 24.
See, that hits.
That is going to be 10 points of slashing damage.
Could you half that, please, sir?
Yes. So 5 points of piercing damage. Needs to make a con save.
It does.
Excuse me, Mr. DM.
Yep.
Are his... I'm afraid to ask this question because it's going to destroy this whole thing. Are his teeth and claws magical?
No.
Are mine?
No.
So neither of us took any fucking damage from that. Because we're both immune to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. I would assume he's got the same lycanthropy thing as me.
Mm.
Yeah, but wouldn't
Yeah.
she also have the ability of her fire? So would she not technically still be magical because of her presence of it?
So unless we're going with that we both have magical teeth.
I would say it would negate it for both being both werewolves. So I think
Yeah.
they would actually still take the
Cool.
damage.
So 5 points of damage.
Either that or this is gonna be one fucking long battle.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, no, because I have things that will hurt it.
He's also going to use a legendary action to make another claw attack against you. 17.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. That ends his go.
What was the con save?
Oh, con save was... 22.
Yeah, unfortunately it breaks.
Okay, so his attacks now do full damage.
I can probably follow up with a few of the spells if needs be.
Okay. Right. Back to Dami. Unless there's
No.
anything else that has anyone got any rough ideas what you want to do to help out, if you can? But it would have to be very discreetly.
I could do discreetly.
I know you can do discreet.
I'll wait until the next one. Until the next
Yeah,
one.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait.
Right. Go. Yes, Dami. Go ahead.
Now.
Hold on, who's got Victor? Who's got Victor? Somebody who's got Victor can check what spells he can do subtly.
Oh, don't worry. I've done that. At the moment,
Um,
Victor is actually elsewhere,
Does
Interesting.
so he's not spectating the battle.
Or is he else when?
do these people around me still count as my allies in battle?
They do.
So if
I know what
I
you're doing.
move,
Pack tactic.
well, yeah, I don't even need to move, do I? So pack tactics gives me advantage because I've got allies within 5 feet. Well, of me and of him.
Yes, that's right.
Cool.
So you get advantage.
Which gives me advantage, which gives me sneak attack.
Oh,
Fuck me, yes.
So we'll not count it
Well,
for
I
the
got
first
King's
thing because it's
Web.
my fault for not asking. But knowing that I get sneak attack,
Mhm.
I'm gonna swing out Corpse Slayer
Okay.
because this wolf is gonna go with what she knows, and I'm gonna sink that into his shoulder if I can.
Go ahead. I'd also like to point out that the clothes
Oh,
don't
you're
magically
right.
go into you. That
No, I
parts of
know.
it would have. You're kind of wearing ripped clothing right
All
now.
of my pockets are all over the floor.
Oh yeah. Oh, Light, you're gonna have a heart attack when she comes back into her humanoid form.
Everybody will. At advantage, that's 19 to hit.
19 hits.
So he takes 7 damage from the dagger.
7 damage.
He's
from
not
the attack.
undead,
No,
but he will also take my sneak attack.
he will.
So he will also take 15 points of sneak attack damage.
Yo.
Shit me.
oh.
And it's a magical
15.
weapon, so it's not reduced.
Okay. So, just probably using your tail to get a feel for where this dagger is, and you just come around and just sink it into him.
I'm gonna. Can I speak to him in werewolf? Can we understand each other?
Can they?
I would have thought
Well, I mean-
so.
Can't
We must be
speak.
able to.
It actually says here.
Not
Can't
anyone
speak in
else.
wolf form.
Yeah, but nobody else can understand us. But surely they give commands to each other. It doesn't matter. I'm going to jam another dagger
Yeah.
in him.
Fair enough. Go ahead. Roll for it.
I was going to say something witty and clever, but it doesn't matter.
Say it anyway.
Woof, woof, woof.
Okay, I was going to, like, when he snarled at that, I was going to be like, I don't know, I've lost the moment. Just something like, you like how that tastes, here's another, or something. And then I'm going to slam the other one down into the back of his shoulder blades.
Go for it.
Hopefully. It's the same roll twice. You can go away. And that's not going to hit him because that's...
Bardic inspiration.
Ooh, thank you. Oh, okay, that's much better. 21 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. So it's you again. That doesn't hurt quite as much. That's 6 points of damage.
6. Okay. Anything else from you?
No, because my bonus action is my second attack.
Okay. Right. Kirill is looking very bloodthirsty as you've been hitting him with daggers rather than natural weapons of claws. He's just going to go and just go in for a first off claw attack. Yeah, that's going to be a 25 to hit. And that's going to be... Oh, geez. Okay. Because I did not hit before on the first bite attack, and now I've actually just seen how many actual points of damage this will be.
Halved.
No, you've done the Constitution.
You broke it. It's
Oh,
not.
Yeah,
shit.
I broke it. "27 points of piercing damage. Just sinks his teeth deep into you. Second attack with his claws. That's a 24 to hit. "15 points of slashing damage.
His claws are much bigger than mine.
Oh yeah, he's hooked out. How are you looking, Dami?
Not great.
Not great.
So at that point, I'll just kind of shout at Dammy and say, "We know you can do it, Dammy!" And then use Healing Word at second level.
Okay.
So 2d4
Okay.
plus 6. Obviously, I'm just shouting inspiration. He doesn't know I'm trying to heal him. That'll be 10 points of healing.
Ooh,
Better than nothing.
thank you very much.
It is only Healing Word. I can't really cure wounds sneakily.
No, it was pretty good. So that helped a lot. Cool. Okay. So she's gonna
Now it would be your go, yeah.
take the hits, and then she's gonna sweep around him.
Mhm.
No. Will I lose advantage if I do that? He's technically Reaper and
Yeah.
Stennis are still within 5 feet of my enemy. And Stennis is within 5 feet of me.
These are 10-foot squares. That's the only problem.
Okay. Well, I won't do that then. I'll stay put.
Okay.
If I know I'm going to get too far away from them, I wouldn't have moved. I'm going to, because everyone needs to quip every now and again, I'm going to, once I've heard light calling out, I'm going to like shake and wave my fire fur around a bit. And I'm going to be like, I'm going to lean in and I'm going to say, do you know why I'm going to win?
Why?
And I'm going to stab him.
Okay. That is not a good answer. Wait. Wait, he's American. That's not a good answer.
26 to hit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And it's advantage because I'm still pack tactics. So I will stab him. I will stab him with the Corpse Slayer and do 8 plus 15 again.
Oh, wow, okay.
Nice.
So
yeah,
that's 8
just
plus
getting another
15
one in.
as I stab him the first time.
Okay.
So I say it and I'm going to stab upwards so he looks up at me. And I'm gonna wolf smile and dribble molten saliva all down my face. And I'm gonna say, because I am so much prettier than you, and then stab him in the neck with the other one.
Go for it. I just realised I just accidentally got my tattoo out of the wolf.
Nice.
Accidentally.
Okay.
I accidentally. It's boiling in here. And I've had to
Nice.
close the window.
18 to hit.
That hits.
And I'm gonna stop using that one in a minute. Because that is once again, that is 6 points of damage.
6. Okay. Okay.
How's he looking?
As you do that, it's kind of like a moment of just spits blood out on the floor. I mean, he's still looking pretty good, but You're finally drawing blood. Anything else from you?
All I have.
Okay, now it's his turn. First off, bite. As you're now pretty much face to face, he's gonna just lunge in and try and bite your lower jaw. I just rolled a natural 20.
Can I make a reaction?
Yeah, what's your reaction?
My reaction is using subtle spell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Puppet.
Okay.
So can he make me a Constitution saving throw? Come on.
That's going to be a 13.
That.
But he does have a legendary resistance, so he's going to choose to succeed instead.
Fuck's sake.
Darling.
However-
I'm gonna try and whisper, probably hoping that your
Okay.
dwarf can hear. Remember what I gave you.
Thanks.
Right, so here we go. Damage.
Nah, at least he flipping
I'm
used it.
alive to use it.
That would have to be
So
on.
can you use it as a
bonus
reaction, that sort of thing?
action. Not as a reaction, it'd be a bonus action. However, I'm not fucking joking. All these dice I rolled all ones.
Oh, write
thank
that
God.
down. How many? How many? How many? I just really don't want to be the only one drunk.
So I'm just obviously doubling everything. So that is 8 points of piercing damage.
Man, that's a...
Oh, not 8, because I forgot to add the modifier.
Just tell me the modifier. 'cause I
Oh,
already
12.
added it.
12. So 4 more.
Thank you. I was like,
thought you meant the
there's a
modifier.
What?
Now, at this point as well, it always says here you got to make a Constitution saving throw, but you're already a werewolf, so it doesn't matter. Right.
Because on mine, it does point out that normal humans have to make that save.
Oh yeah, it does. Right. Claw attack now. 21.
Just a little bit, yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Doggy, are you able to cast anything like that healing spirit
That's
on the
going
ground?
to be 16 points of piercing, slashing damage, should I say?
Nothing subtle enough to be unnoticed.
Are you down?
I am not down.
Oh! Why have I got a feeling you're on 1?
Because I'm on 1.
Fuck me.
So Dummy kind of hits the floor and she's like bleeding heavily and she also spits up a whole load of blood.
Okay.
But then she's going to reach to a pocket that's probably on the floor now.
Okay.
And she's going to pull out, assuming it's my turn.
It's actually anyone in the party who wants to, if they can help in any way.
I am.
Is cursing Sylvanas a free action?
This is where
He
it
told
comes
me
in.
we could win.
Kellen does look forward and looks at the scroll that was given to him, pulls it open, and looks at Kirill and reads it. The scroll bursts into flames. Kirill begins to spasm over the floor.
That kid's epic.
He
That kid is
returns
awesome.
into his. He returns into a human.
He's the real MVP.
What the fuck?
And I'm going to smack him down.
Okay. Let me just make a quick check on something here because obviously
Do
his
not
health
bite
is
him.
now a little bit.
Claws are retracted. It's the flat of the. It's the pad.
More of a gentle nudge in your state, isn't it?
I just need to make. I've just got to check what his health is. Okay,
I'm using my fire to cauterize my wounds again.
I was going to say I'll use my last second level spell as healing word and just tell Dami to keep her guard up.
Okay.
And that'll be 11 hit points.
Thank you.
Ooh. Nah. Anybody else need to do anything before Dami tears now into this human rather than a werewolf?
Can I see that she is going to kill him, or are we just incapacitating here?
I would say that there is bloodlust in Dami's intentions. She doesn't just want to kill him. She wants to sell his soul to the devil.
I mean, he did that himself. But...
Okay, well, in that case, I'm not going to do what I was going to do.
Okay.
So am I gonna need
Kill
to
him.
keep damaging him, or are we taking it that he is now?
He looks like he's trying to morph back into a wolf.
So I'm gonna try and knock him flat, and then
Okay.
step my hind paw on his throat, and then I'm gonna lean my big red wolfy snout down to his face, and I'm gonna dribble boiling hot saliva all over his face. And
This
I'm
is
gonna
Game
say,
of Thrones shit
Wow.
right now.
I mean, like,
What did I do to you, Fliss? What did I do?
how many evil characters do we have in this campaign?
Right.
And I'm
Okay.
gonna get.
How do you know I'm chaotic good, so shut it.
So
I'm gonna
first
get
off,
my
we-
nose
Chaotic
very close
good.
to his. Okay, sorry, Cam.
So first off, we need to do a strength, contesting strength to try and knock him prone.
Okay. Do I get an advantage? Because it's pack tactics.
I think Pack Tactic only relies on like perception and stuff.
That's
like
fine.
I was going to
That's
say
fine.
he's a human. To be
hang
fair,
on.
she's a werewolf form.
That's
She
fine.
should
That's
have
fine
advantage on the fact that
because
she's actually, you know.
as a werewolf, I get +2 on my strength, which means my total strength is +3, and I just rolled a 19, so that makes it 21.
that. Yeah, I got a 10.
22.
So
Sorry, 22.
you bring your leg up and just trample him down, putting all your body weight onto him. He's not. Actually, technically, he'd be grappled if anything, wrapped in a foot.
Prone. He's on the floor. Anyway,
he's
I'm going to lean
prone.
right down, and I'm going to dribble my boiling hot molten saliva all over his face, and I'm going to get my nose as close to him as it can be. So, like, yeah, just really, really intimidating. And I'm just going to say, there's nothing scary or monstrous about you. You're weak.
Okay.
And you're pathetic. And you sold your soul to the devil. All he hears is growling, because I'm still in hybrid form. But all the
And
other
now
werewolves understand me.
The werewolves will. He's no longer
I
a
will
werewolf, so he
say-
can't understand it.
I'm still going to say, you sold your soul to the devil, and you sold out your pack. And a pack is a family. And they always come first. And then I'll try and smush him.
Oh, great. I'm being killed by Vin Diesel here, but yeah, go ahead. Roll for an attack. You've got him prone, it's advantage.
Family.
Like a
Yay.
family.
Okay, it's going to have to be you for family.
We ride or die, bitches.
Oh,
Family
that's not great. What do you want me to make this with? Like, because I'm squishing. I've never squished before.
It'd be strength.
That's really not great. That's even. Can I add my proficiency to it?
Yeah.
He is prone,
Yeah,
so
he's
wouldn't you
prone.
get advantage?
I
Yes, you
did.
did roll with advantage.
Oh, I see.
Hang on.
What did you get?
14.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, thank
His
God. I thought being
AC
human it might.
His
He's
AC.
naked.
Yeah, his AC has dropped very badly.
Sweet. How are we going to do damage? Because I'm just.
So
I
it's
just
your
wanna
normal
crush
damage.
him.
You are grappling
I mean,
him.
if it's with
so
your foot, you
it
still have
would be
claws.
Yeah, so you can actually use the claws on your feet and then bring in your other claws on
My
your hands.
claw damage is not great, guys. So
Oh,
I'd
God.
rather it be something else. No,
Not
yeah. What
biting,
damage
unless you
map
tear
do you
his
want me to
throat
roll with?
out.
Because it's me. Just basically, I'm just trying to squish him.
Add your strength modifier to it.
Okay. So am I rolling like a D?
Count it as a claw attack.
Okay. Oh man, I've been rolling my claw attacks wrong this whole time. Why they were so pathetic. Still not great. Plus strength.
Mm-hmm.
That's 7.
7 points. Okay. So he's.
Oh, it was an attack, and I had
Yeah.
advantage. Sneak
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah. He's
Cool.
grappled. Well, prone. So you definitely, and because you had advantage, it counted. So add some more damage.
Okay, so I'm too excited. This time, it's 16 points of damage.
Is that including what you rolled
No,
before?
that's on top
or
of what I rolled before.
16. Right. Let me just do a quick add up here. As the claws just sink into his chest, it just spitting up blood. You get the feeling you may have pierced a lung, but he's still alive. I think technically you still have a second attack.
I do.
You get
Am I fairly
advantage.
certain he'll die if I attack him again? How
Possibly.
dead is he looking?
Pretty bad.
Okay. This could go really, really bad on me, guys, so just hold tight. Seeing him bleeding out, I'm going to just try and just bite straight through whatever's left of his face and neck.
Okay, face off. Or are we going Gary Oldman, Hannibal?
Oh. Brutal.
Okay. That's really terrible. That's really, really terrible. Oh, but that means I missed, so I don't bite him. That's 9 in total.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah. So I kind of just snap in front of him instead of actually getting him.
Okay. Almost like a threatening moment.
Yeah.
And just nearly clip his ear. Ending your going. So I need you to make another strength contesting thing as he's going to try and push you off.
Okay.
So, I wasn't going to mention it before, but with him being prone, would that still be advantage or not? I know pack
would.
tactics doesn't count.
Yeah. No, he is prone.
So I get advantage.
You would get advantage.
Doesn't matter. 15.
Oh yeah, but it's a 10 from him. So he was going to try and lift you off, but that's when he kind of No, actually, he's going to try and just dig his nails into you, trying to make an attack into your foot. Not with a natural 3. He's not.
Cool. He's no longer magical. He can't hurt me.
And then the second attack was a natural 2.
It's just kind of trying to tickle your foot.
That will end his go. So anybody else in the team want to do anything to help?
I'm just in awe. Like, Light's just standing there watching.
I'm just going to shout out basically to taunt the other wolf going, told you there's nothing special about you.
Tiago's just relaying this all back to Blanche. Dami is a big red werewolf right now. Fire mane and everything. She looks pretty awesome. One day you'll get to see it. And it's got this big, brutish man under her foot.
And it's like those movie subtitles. Well, those audio titles that you go to listen at the cinema.
The signer.
I just wanted to big surprise, the kid uses a scroll.
Oh, and a new challenger out of nowhere.
So yes, Dami. Come on.
Right. Let's try again. Come on. Don't even need the advantage. I'll roll it though, so that I can have sneak attack.
Okay.
The lowest of those two was an 18.
Okay.
The highest was a natural 20. So I am going to bite his face off this time.
Okay.
So one of these. So that the main damage is just 2 points, but
Okay.
that hang on, 2. It's
I'm
3
hanging.
because the dice is doubled, so that's 3, and then add.
Isn't your strength +3 now with your hybrid
Unless you
form?
roll
Yeah,
a
I'm
1.
just really that bad at
Yeah.
this.
There's another one in the jail.
And so that is doubled because it's sneak attack on a crit, so that's another 20 points of damage.
Dami, how would you like to do this?
So I already said my really cool, impressive thing about family. Actually, yeah. So when he tries to scratch into me, I will laugh, and I will use my foot to turn his face towards Reaper and Light and anyone else from my group who is gathered close enough. And I'm going to look away from him, and I'm going to look at them, and then I'm going to look at, I assume, the gathered werewolves. And I'm going to say, they are my family. And now you are my family. And I will break the hold that is in place over you. And I'm not even going to look at him. I'm just going to move my foot from his chest to his head and just stamp it into the ground. I just want him to go squish.
And as you do that, very much like the mountain and the serpent fight, you put all your pressure on his brain. He's screaming. Excuse me, I burped through my nose and it burns. Oh,
That's what happens when your face is getting squashed. Like,
and as you do that, you begin to feel under the rock the pressure, and then without warning, it just bursts like a melon, and you just feel it all creep between your toes. And from somewhere in the cave, you just hear a child's voice just go, "That was for my father."
And I'm going to stand up straight, and I'm going to throw my head back, and I'm going to howl.
As that happens, the howl of victory, you hear the echo of a dozen wolves filling through there. Now, to you, Dami, this would feel pure adrenaline junkie kicking in. To the rest of you, it's actually really fucking creepy. Except maybe to Bolgi.
I'm gonna wild shape into a wolf and howl.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk over to Kellen, kneel down in front of him, and tell him, "You are a extremely brave boy, and your father would be proud of you."
Thank you. I wanted to make my decision that my place here is with the werewolves now. I have nowhere else to go. So I had to make one good use out of that spell. Why not cripple the bastard that turned me into this?
Let's just say, kid, you've got a place here too.
As she says that,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to walk
ruffle his
over,
hair.
and I'll scoop him up onto my shoulder. I'm just walking. I'm just doing like she's just
It's like that proud
living the
peacock
life
moment.
of
Like, I'm
being
fucking
insane
rocking
happy.
it.
Basically,
Like-
she's just going to do a loop and she's going to head down to where the woman who turned her was.
Okay. Is currently with Victor. You do see the two Watcher brothers in the cages. And to you, Dami, you would definitely smell fresh urine coming from their cages. We weren't too inclined of hearing a lot of wolves howling just then.
Take the kid off my shoulder and put him down. And I'll kind of like hold my arms out to her so she can see what I became, because she didn't get to before. And I'll do a full turn.
It strangely suits you.
I'll give her a little wolfy smirk. And I'll go over to the cages and I'll snap at the boys.
Don't hurt me. I'm too pretty.
And I'm gonna headbutt Victor. Not
Okay.
like hard, just in the arm to just like
Oh.
knock him over slightly, not to fall over, just to wobble him.
Well, it's as long as that wasn't a snap. I've been through enough already. How
Where's Bianca?
how do you feel in there?
And I'm gonna like lift my arms up and just make a really strong pose. And then I'm gonna produce flame from my hands as I open them out.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for Bianca.
I'm gonna
Bianca is just
go for it. Let Reef do
Oh,
her
sorry.
thing.
Bianca's just she's not really doing much. She's just kind of cowering in the corner, just looking at the dead body of Kirill.
I'm gonna grab her by the wrist, yank her to stand in position, and go, "What do you know about Strahd and his deal?"
It's only what he told me. Gather enough children to make an army. An army of werewolves.
What was in it for him?
Freedom. To escape through the mists at any time he wanted.
Let me make this blatantly clear to you. You aren't welcome here. You aren't a part of this pack. Because I don't trust you around Dami. I think you are going to betray her. You've got a chance to get the hell out of here before I tear your throat out. Do you understand me?
At that moment, also, Sir Godfrey comes up, drawing his long sword, going, "You heard the woman. Leave this place now, or we'll cut you into the small pieces that even the fish won't even know they're digesting." It's like, and just doesn't even move, like utter a sound. She just runs out.
Shall we see who else wants to join her?
The rest of the werewolves kind of look, and all more or less just start walking towards where Dami is. And Dami, you just see kind of like on top of the stairs all these kind of werewolves just hanging about. Skenis is also there, and he just has a very solemn smile. Finally feel free at last. So good to be out of this rain. Zuleika, you want to use your vision now to see if you can find a meal? Oh, sorry, what was that? Fliss, it went a bit crackly.
Nope, she's gone.
Oh no.
Every time we get a meaningful thing from her, the bloody thing kills up.
At least it's after the fight.
Yeah.
She looks like one of those surveillance cameras, you know, when you're watching somebody stealing something from a market or something.
No fear?
Yes, no fear.
Don't worry, guys. We'll get there. We'll get there.
She's restarting.
Okay, so she's just doing a quick restart.
Yeah.
We'll be back in the room. While we're waiting, ladies and gentlemen, is there anything else that you would like to do?
No. I was thinking, but no.
I'm going to go over to Erebus and basically relay what I'm thinking. With the pack torn from Strahd, who's going to come here? They're not safe in this cave.
What is a house? Or a residence.
We've either got to tell them they've got to move, or let Dami decide what is going to happen with the pack. But he is going to be pissed, and this will be the first place he's going to turn over.
Would he not be able to find them anywhere? It appears Strahd has such holds that no area of Barovia is out of his reach.
And as far as Esmeralda says, that Wicca thing that we destroyed was planned to go to Vallaki to knock the walls in to get Irina. We're running out of time.
I mean, this was probably another plan of his to get into Vallaki. If he can't knock it down with a tree, then he can besiege it with an army.
Should we not think to say to Dami to get the pack to Vallaki? It would help save them, and it could protect Irina.
I do not think Vallaki would be a wise choice. They had
No.
a werewolf hunting festival.
We've got to do something. They're not. Neither of them are safe. He is this close to getting Irina. The walls are going to be attacked next. We need to think of what can happen.
I mean, we can. The best location is a location that desires an entry into it. Unless you invite a vampire in, they
Okay,
can't
then
get
exactly
in.
what you call a sanctioned area.
It depends on
Can
the
you,
view.
do you
And
want
he's
to try
already
speaking for
been
this?
here. He's already been here. He made the deal with that idiot.
Well, how do you know he made
Yes,
the deal
you can hear me.
here?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Let's
Sweet,
put it this way, wolves don't tend to go and make arrangements outside of their homes. Have you not noticed we got brought back here to the den?
Yes, but that wasn't your standard wolf.
Hearing
That
them
was a
argue
wolf
about
that...
what my pack should do, I'm going to growl loudly
Oh, it's not about what your pack should do. We're just
towards them.
We're not arguing about what you should do. We're arguing about the semantics of
I
Strahd
hear you
coming
two
here.
arguing. I'm going to growl
Can
at you
I
both.
can I make a check to see if this would warrant an invitation in? Or should we just talk to what's his face?
I was just about to...
I don't want to do that. I want to do the check myself. I don't want to give him the time and place.
Do an
Whilst that was
Arcana
all
check.
happening, since I got
Mhm.
I had to be delayed. Before the wolves had gathered too close there, I'd have headbutted Victor. Then I would have dropped to all fours and padded over to Light and just poked him in the shoulder with my nose. And then I would have gone back up the stair.
I'd have ruffled your hair a bit
Roll 20 won't let me.
when you booped my shoulder.
Okay.
I mean, that hand's already burnt, so probably.
Yeah.
Arcana
I would have
check
gone
was
back
23.
upstairs.
Sorry. What was that? Sorry, Lewis. For
Uh,
Arcana
natural
check.
20 for 23.
Oh, Jesus. So you kind of have a bit of a think to yourself of how does the inviting a vampire into the household work? It can only really work with the true owner of a habitat. Kirill was the true owner, gave invitation to any vampire, hence why Escher could actually enter the premises. Kirill's now dead. Ownership
It
goes
negates
on
the-
to the Alpha,
No,
the
that's
owner of the
fine.
Wolf Den now
I just wanted to make sure that they were safe.
is Dummy.
Sound.
Have we lost her again?
Oh,
I
no.
think we've lost her again, yeah.
I think it's getting to that time of night. It's every time we're about to close up that this happens to one or all of us. Every time.
You see, it didn't happen at the start of the stream today, so it's did the middle and the end instead.
Those roll 20, see if that helps.
I think
Oh,
it
yeah, that
helps.
might help.
Yeah.
I've sorted it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just close roll 20.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
You worried? Can you guys still hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've closed everything else off basically. If you okay, cool. I'll go back up the stairs and before I stop in front of my pack, I'm gonna just
No!
No.
And it's
No.
gone.
Discord, why?
We'll get you there, Fliz. I'll see if changing the channels might work again.
Nope. Nope.
Well, we're gone to Brazil now.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, now he's trying to fucking bake us.
Already baked. Right. How are you feeling, Fliz, to talk? No.
All right, hold on. Let me try something.
Oh, there we go.
There
There
you
we go.
go. There you go.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Okay, I have a backup plan, so let me know if it happens again.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I want to sniff Erebus.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then see if I can read anything about what he might be. Because I know that that's a disguise because we talked about it previously. Somebody's just
Yeah.
said that's a wig and said he has a reptilian smell, so I want to take a big sniff of
Well,
Erebus.
the wig was said in whispers, but
Yeah.
Okay. But I already know you're in disguise.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Oh
yeah.
God. Do a nature check.
Nature's wisdom based, yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh! But I get advantage on things to do with smell right now.
I know you do.
Nature is intelligent.
Is it? I
Yeah,
thought it was
nature is
wisdom.
Oh
intelligent.
shit!
Wisdom,
It is.
It's
Yeah.
intelligent based.
Yeah. I
In
was thinking
that
survival.
case, I get an
Better.
18.
You got 18.
I was gonna say because I'm proficient in that, so I'm like, no.
The humanoid creature that you've led to believe is human. You smell an odd feel to this gentleman. Not skin, scales. A very slow heartbeat, pumping cold blood. You smell that the hair is artificial. Not quite sure what it is, but it's definitely not human. Definitely reptile. Just do a history check. Actually, no. Shit. I just remembered something. From your background, you used to have a traveling companion of a snake boy who was a Yuan-ti.
Yeah.
oh wow.
This
I made a whole
bringing-
cast of freaks, and you were one of them.
And
Yeah,
that's
but
why you
yeah,
detail your
I-
backstory, folks.
Yeah,
Yep.
and this brings back the memories of Snake Boy,
Mhm.
and you realise
Cool.
he's not human at all. He's Yuan-ti, a pure blood Yuan-ti.
Erebus is secretly Snake Boy.
I called him that from the beginning.
Mhm.
I'll demorph, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm human again. Well, no, I was never human. I'm Genasi again.
Yep.
And I'll walk up to Scannis.
Hello again, my dear. It's quite a look you've got there. I always knew that you'd be able to bring, hopefully, peace back to us. Thank you.
I think you have the kid to thank for that.
I saw her. Definitely.
She like strategically moves bits of armor.
Mhm.
I pull out
Oh,
my
shit.
extra.
Oh, oh,
No, I'm gonna say
I
I've
do
got
apologize.
extra clothes in common, and I'm gonna just fling it at Darmy. Just sort of be like, you might want
Take it.
that.
Climb into an outfit
Mhm.
while she
So I'm
talks
just-
to the wolf.
Just gonna remove that from my inventory now.
The werewolves don't actually bat an eyelid. They're used to this kind of nudity, but maybe to the party members,
Army's not.
seeing a
Bolgi, are
Yeah.
you able to fix those clothes? You know, slight tears. And...
I was gonna say I've just thrown her some clothes. Just
Yeah,
stop
but
it.
there's always
My
spares.
armor would be fixed.
Bolgi does not have mending.
Sort
Victor,
of
though,
druid are
goes,
you?
I don't have it prepared, but if we wait till morning, I can definitely give it a little chop and a change and restitch that clothing back for you.
And I'll nod. And I'll turn to Escher and I'll say, I can't leave my kind vulnerable. Your kind are not welcome here.
All right.
We'll
Go
meet
ahead.
you outside. Or back at the tower. But you can't stay here. And I don't
What?
know if that'll bring down the vampire welcome, but she's going to try. She's going to
Okay.
focus really hard on not letting any vampires in her new home.
Okay. Fine. Didn't think I was very welcome anyway. I'll see you around.
But hang on. Go with one of these guys so they can test it and make sure that you can't get back in.
I'll go.
Thanks.
Basically, escort the vampire outside.
Yeah. As he reaches the gate, he sort of like stops a few feet out from where the threshold is and just looks over his shoulder. It's gonna work, you know. Don't need to test it. Look, I know how you all feel about me.
I don't think you do.
No, I really do.
No, you
I'm not
don't.
welcome.
You're a vampire, but that's not who you always were. It's just what you are now. And at the moment, Dami's making a call for her people. Not because you're a vampire or because it's got anything to do with that. It's the fact that it stops Strahd from coming in and you just happen to be the guinea pig.
That's all I ever have been in life, haven't I?
You have
Never
a
get a break.
choice. You let your past define you, or you make your actions now define you. Self-pity is not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah, you're right. Where do you want me to go?
Well, you either have the tower or you wait for us to conclude business here. Your choice.
I think I'd rather just go back to the tower.
Let Esmeralda know that the wolves aren't going to be a problem, and if she even thinks of trying anything cute knowing that Dami's one of them, I've got no hesitations of taking her good leg.
Yeah. That's not a bad call out, actually. Yeah. I'll do that then. Make sure she don't get in any bad habits.
Escher?
Yeah?
Stay safe.
Yeah, you too. Right. Bit of a long walk, but luckily I don't feel the cold as much as other people do, but I'll catch you around, alright, Dragon Lady?
Take care, vampire.
And he just turns around and gives a bit of a, not really a strut, but a prideful walk away from the cavern. And you just hear him humming some kind of distant tune.
I'm gonna turn to my pack. And I'm gonna say, if I am Alpha here, the vampires can't touch you in this cave. And Strahd has no power here. I am going to take him down. I'm going to make sure that you are all safe from him and free. You are my pack. And as long as you need me, I will defend you.
Okay.
What's her name? What's her name? Zuleika.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
will make finding Emil your top priority.
I'll do that now. And she holds her cards. I feel it. It's there. And and randomly she'll pull a card from the deck. Where's her cards? And the first card she pulls out, very familiar card to you.
Not on roll 20. You're gonna have to
Oh
describe
shit,
stuff.
yeah. It's the beast. But then she now my roll 20 is being a bitch again. Says, the one I am searching for is a creature of the night. Children of the Night Mother. That's Emil. I've got a latch on him. She reaches into the pack again and pulls out another one. This one, the Torturer. Come on. Alright, there we
Somebody
go.
write this down.
The one I am searching for is in great pain and great danger, bound in chains and a toy to a demon. She drops the card and then reaches into the pack for a third and final card and pulls out the Soldier. Thinking really hard, reading. The one I am searching for is on the top of a tower, once belonging to a great dragon, shrouded in snow and wind under the watchful eye of the unmoving soldiers. As she drops the card. And at that moment, Victor goes, he's at Solenka Pass. It's a ruined tower that used to be owned by the Sir Godfrey. Yes. Solenka Pass. Oh my god. Wrong accent. Shit. Solenka Pass. That used to be owned by one of your lot, right? Yes. But of course, when the war against Strahd kicked in, he overthrew the tower, made it his own, built a fort around it. It was designed to stop people going to the Amber Temple. Unfortunately, Strahd managed to beat us to it. Overthrew it all. Is that where you think Emil might be located? I believe so. I've been there before. Now, if you trust me with this, I can get us there very, very quickly.
Tomorrow.
Of course, absolutely. I'd rather us rest up. There is no way I'm planning on going down into those mountains in the dead of night. That'd just be lethal. Now, I've seen the gates myself. I know what I'm looking for, but what lies beyond those gates, I'm not sure. But I do suggest we
No.
wrap up warm.
I'll turn to the pack again. I will free Emil, and we will return him to you. And I will destroy Strahd. You will be free. And you will have a strong leader. And I will always, always be part of this pack.
And as that happens...
And then she's gonna awkwardly kind of... Okay, go for it.
Okay, I was going to say the wolves all howl. It's almost honourable to receive this kind of wolf howl. Seeing you as a guided leader of the wolf pack. And I may have added another feat onto your D&D Beyond.
Do I get inspirational leader?
You do. You may need to just refresh the page, but now you've got inspirational leader.
Oh man. So amazing that she's got this. Okay, cool. Yeah, she's gonna then become very awkward because at the end of the day she's young and she doesn't really know what she's doing. And she's gonna start walking because she kind of doesn't know where she's supposed to sleep. So she's just kind of gonna start walking down a random corridor and hope that somebody helps.
You are pointed to basically the alpha leader's pen, as it were, with sort of a fur rug, sort of a fur bed and everything. Only a few feet away from where you were having your fight with Kirill His body's now been dragged away and thrown wherever the hell it is. Problem is, it smells of sweat and sex in this den.
I was
so...
gonna say, I'm just gonna burn the furs.
Okay.
That's gonna
Easily
smell
re-
like rotting
yeah.
smecks, you know, just a bit small.
And then I'm gonna call to Victor. I'm gonna go, "Hey, kid, original kid, you doing the
Hello.
tower again tonight?"
Yeah, I can.
Bear in
Whip
mind,
up
I'm
something
still very
outside.
beaten up at this point, very bloody. Can you set it up
How
in here?
about?
It's kind of my chambers.
I've got a way. And he kind of reaches into his pockets, pulling out all sorts. Like it's unusual what you find in his pockets. He kind of pulls out a little bit of amber, and he goes, "Not from the Amber Temple, just a little gift someone gave me once before." And pulls out a yo-yo. And go, this has come as a nice, decent weapon as well as a little toy. What's this? Pulls out and a little hummingbird just flies out. I didn't realise that was in there. Okay, and then pulls out a stick of chalk. Haha, here's the boy. It is your den after all. Do I have permission to graffiti, as it were?
She considers telling him no, but then remembers just how bad she's feeling and just kind of, yeah.
He then walks over to the stone wall and draws a very big archway, and then a very makeshift doorknob, and then kind of does the licking of his fingers and tick. He then reaches for the doorknob, and it turns, and the wall opens, and inside is the mansion.
I'm gonna lean back and just shout, "Okay, y'all, it's bedtime."
It was on a different dimensional plane. Although I do not want to
very-
be here in over 24 hours. We will be a part
Very
of the wall.
impressive. And I'll pat him on the shoulder as I walk in.
I was gonna say,
Follow
I'm
suit.
outside still. I just walked her out, just stayed
Yeah.
staring outside, so.
I would say being part of a silver dragon, the cold doesn't bother you anyway.
No, it doesn't. I'm just staring for the sky like I normally do.
Tiago joins you. I grew up in the mountains. It's good to be
it.
amongst the snow once again.
I grew up in the Fey Realms. We travelled from forest to mountains, and we never stayed in one place for more than a few days. This is bizarre to me.
Perhaps when this is all over, mistress, we can find a place that we can call home together.
I think once this is all over, that many of us won't be leaving here. I think that's why Bolgi gave you that choice. I think he knows I'm going to be trapped here and doesn't want you trapped here too.
This isn't permanent, you know. Being able to talk like this.
No, but your choice will be. Know that
Hopefully
you are loved, Tiago, whatever you choose.
I love you, mistress.
You big furry git, I love you too.
He just lays up next to you, purring. As his head just
Scratching
sort
behind
of lays
his
up that
ears.
one. As for the rest of you, going into the mansion or
Yep.
sleeping amongst walls?
I'm going to go into the mansion and I'm going to read some books.
Yep.
I will for as long as possible before needing that long rest.
Yes.
Dami, as you come in, a ghost maiden says, "Hello, mistress. I can see you a little ruffled up. How would you like a bath?
That would be brilliant.
I'll be able to run one right away for you." And by the time you get there, it's like a jacuzzi style bubble bath, and the liquids are just multicolored as they swirl around you, soothing all the aches and pains that you possessed during that fight.
I'm just going to heat up slightly so the water gets hotter and hotter. I'm basically going to lobster pot it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sound like my missus. Wearing a low-cut scold.
Yep.
Blanche, the smell of ale drives you
I-
to your bedroom.
I fell off outside when Tiago led down to go to sleep.
Oh fuck.
And he understands Elvish, so Blanche understood
Yeah.
all of that.
Oh fuck.
Don't worry, I'm sort of sat there just, because Blanche obviously is going to need some warmth. Just, get her snuggled up next to Tiago. She'll be fine.
Okay. Bolgi, what would you like to do as you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the room that was. I think he previously described it as having like kind of a grassy
Foresty.
nature.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna plant the staff of the woodlands to make the tree.
Okay.
Can we say it's a yew tree? Is that
That's absolutely
Is-
fine.
is that okay? So
It's
and I'm
almost
just
like
gonna.
its natural thing is like oak, I believe I said. But as you kind of will it to
Right.
become a different thing, the branch changes to you. You get the feeling that it's whatever wood you want it to be.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna sleep beneath the yew tree.
Okay.
Oh.
Feeling at home. Just so I know, Erebus, you're putting how many? Also, Light, are you doing hours towards the book? Did you say?
Yes.
Yeah. How long? How many hours would we have left before we would need to have deep sleep?
I'd say that full long rests, it's between 6 to 8 hours. So you could probably fit in between 2 to 4 hours worth of reading.
I'll do 2.
2 hours.
I'll do 4.
Okay, so now put that as 12 hours for Light, 14 hours for Erebus. Okay.
And I'll just lie in my hammock, awake.
There's a knock on the door.
What, my door?
Yeah.
Come in?
And Victor just pops his head through. I think there's a little special request modification for your room, I do believe.
I mean, the room's nice enough. I mean, could probably do with a bit of a view of the sea.
Stay still. And the sort of stained glass window becomes transparent, and it's a view of a nighttime sky outside rocking on the ocean. And you almost feel like the momentum of the room is doing it as well. And then you realize you're no longer lying in a hammock, but a pretty decent royalty looking bed.
Just didn't want to admit that I was getting used to a normal bed. Thank you, Victor.
No, not a problem, not a problem. I'll leave you to it. And closes the door behind you. And Dami, now feeling all fresh, renewed, still a little sore. Probably at peace with yourself as well.
So, was the tub in my room, or am I now doing a towel shuffle?
Yeah.
Mansion?
You're in bath. You're in definitely like a towel and bathrobes and everything as well. But given that you're a fire genasi, you probably would have dried off in seconds.
Owl is not there to keep me dry, dude.
That's a good point. But saying that, your clothes are currently in Victor's possession, so he can fix them in the morning.
So I'm doing the towel waddle back to my room.
Okay. Filled with fragrance, that very Alibaba style silk sheets. It's very nice.
She'll look at it all and she'll be like,
And just before you close the door, a little fuzzball runs in and Stella jumps up on the bed.
Hey, Stella.
Stella
Still like
tries
me?
to-
I'll hold out.
And I think that would be a fantastic time to call it
Ooh.
for the night.
It's 20 to 12.
Yeah, sound.
I know we did go a
Oh,
little
brother.
bit later on, so you can
We're
take a
doing
long
that a
rest.
lot recently.
I don't mind. I would do this all night if I could, if I didn't have work the next day. But so
Mm.
for you guys as well, because I'm buzzing full of energy right now. It's going to take me forever to fall asleep. Oh, but yes, thank you very much for joining in on this rather mix of emotional roller coaster of thwarting werewolves. There's a wee
Thank you.
person behind you. But yes, thank you very much for joining us.
Yep.
If you're watching this in the previous, I hope you enjoyed the wild ride. And we shall see
Oh, yeah,
you again.
we don't
next
say
week.
that. We don't say that very often. We should say that at the end of every episode. We do upload these onto YouTube.
Eventually.
So
Yes.
if you
they'll
have
be on
missed
YouTube.
anything, you'll find it on our YouTube channel.
Be the
We're
life
working
of
on
Die.
it, don't worry. But thank you very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see you again next week. Bye.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.